Hello and welcome to the Pen and Paper Pod. I think we got everything straightened away except the obvious, which is that I have completely failed to get you all in the right places. Which is always, you know what, that's about par for the course for us this week. Hello and welcome to the Pen and Paper Pod. How's everybody doing this week?
Excellent.
Great.
Yeah.
Slightly scared.
Doing good.
Good.
A little scared. You should be scared, to be honest with you, Karina. To be honest with you, Ange. Like, you should absolutely be a little bit terrified, because this is one of those moments I've always dreamed of as a DM, is to infect somebody with a Slaad egg, because I want to go full alien on somebody's butt. But I've never been able to do that because it's so deadly. So, today's the day. It's a personal dream of mine, which is, I'm so sorry that you guys have me for a DM. I'm really genuinely sorry. But before we get to that, we have to talk about our wonderful presentation. So, Karina, I think I'm just going to let you rock and roll with this while I adjust these characters, flows, charts. But let's go ahead and talk about our competition. Can't hear you, Karina. So sorry.
What about
there
now?
We go. Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right. I'd say that our competition went really well. We got a bunch of entries and, half player, half NPCs. So we'll see who wins if the players get gold. Actually, I know already who does and who doesn't.
I was about to say yes. Yeah. This is an agreement.
Right.
Actually, it is all of the entrants are players. Sorry. Well, go ahead. Tell us. Let's run down the list. Tell us. I want to know who was like maybe last place and first place, or how do you want to go about revealing this, Karina? I don't want to like make somebody feel bad, but you know.
We've got a tie for last, unfortunately. Number 3 and number 7. I'll be honest, we did get a good number of votes, but it wasn't extraordinary, so nobody feel bad about that. But let's see, third place. Let's start there. So third place goes to my drum roll. Number 8.
Oh.
I like that. I don't know. I didn't vote for that one personally, but I do like that one.
Yeah. Me too.
That one was an NPC.
So NPC for that one. No gold there. Second place was number 9.
Ooh.
Thank you very much. Was mine.
Oh, very nice. You see, I didn't even know it was yours. I think you sent it to me because it's one of those things where it's like interesting to tell whose photography skills are, and I like that I'm both the worst and some of the best photography skills on the page. See if you can figure it out. I'm so sorry. Why am I interjecting? Please continue, Karina.
No, good. Okay, and spot number 1 for all the 10 gold. Town of Farrington is going to award Jack-O-Melon number 2.
Woo! Congratulations, Savannah.
One of the kitty is mine.
I mean, you did kind of tell people which one was yours, to be entirely honest with you. Like, I feel like I should get her disqualified, Karina. Is that like an option? Can I argue? Where's the judgment in this game? Come on.
I feel like the Friar Farrington is the one running it, and I feel like Liv is sweet talking him, so judgment will stand.
Judgment will stand. Oh, okay. Anyways, let's go ahead and continue back with our game. We're joined here this week by Sikes, played by Tanner, Silver, played by Chesh, Sniff, played by Justin, Savannah, played by, of course, Ange, Liv, played by our contestant master, Karina, and, of course, Alpha, who definitely did eat the chips. Sorry. It's like not even fair anymore. J.A. Matt, I just see you posting on Twitter, mate. What are you doing? Come on, you had to vote in this. I love you, man. Anyways, let's go ahead and continue on, and let's go ahead and do a recap of our previous sessions. You all found yourself inside of the world of Revon Gothica, where you, in your previous lives, were either dead or by some magical method were transported to this new horrifying world. But as you arrive upon a beach, most of you actually don't know if any of you can not come back from death, because not all of you have actually died, if I'm not mistaken. So at this point, though, many of you as Outlanders have died, and you have discovered that you can come back through water, and that you've been sent here on a mission by some sort of raven death god to defeat the 4 cardinal beasts of Revon and return peace and prosperity to the land, or that's what they tried to pitch you. You continued on and made friends with a friendly neighborhood werewolf boy, who then promptly escaped and now has a gang pack in the woods. You tangled with bandits, and now you've come to the village of Farrington, which is a nice, sleepy community. Does anyone want to pick up from there? How do you guys want to describe your Farrington experience, right? Because that's sorry, I named this village after like a really nice village in North Carolina. That's like an old retirement community. That's a lot of fun. Not this time of year because it's too bloody hot, but it's also like gorgeous, and you should go check it out. And I don't know why I'm repping for them, because they have more money than me. So, anyways, who wants to give me a little bit of recap as you guys have come into the village of Farrington?
Sure. It's haunted by a spooky woman with a, like, razor, I believe. And she's been killing people, but not women and children.
Correct.
I believe they're safe. So just men. And we saw her firsthand just across the bridge from the church the other night. Right before we went on to fight this giant frog monster called the Slaad that we turned into a salad because we beat it up. Yeah.
I like that a lot.
Now, one of us is infected.
All right.
Little frog babies.
I don't know that you guys know that. I think Savannah may have reasons to believe to some extent. This is, of course, the Slaad. Lovely. I love that art. Slaads are really horrifying. 5e hasn't always done better art for a lot of its monsters, but I really do think the Slaad has been upgraded into something genuinely horrifying. But yeah, there's one other thing to note is that there's a Summerween festival in the village of Farrington, which is the context for our jack-o'-melon carving game. We didn't just randomly carve up a bunch of watermelons. I mean, we kind of did. We kind of did just carve up a bunch of random watermelons. The nice thing about it is I actually, like, you never actually eat pumpkin after the fact when it's been on your stoop. I actually ate both the carved ones I did. I'd like to say that I did 4 and 6, and personally I feel like 4 is really good photography and 6 was with an iPhone, and I feel like 6 would have worked better with a pumpkin, because pumpkin guts really look like vomit, and I usually have a vomiting pumpkin. Anyways, this was fun opportunity. Anyways, I'm a little bitter, Liv. I want to check your math. No, I'm just joking. Anyways, we'll get back to that. But yeah, that's the Summerween Festival is happening in about a day or so, and you guys met a really lovely friar named Friar Fear. Alpha, take advantage. If you already didn't have advantage, but I think you already did, but yeah, it's all good. So, proceeding on, you guys managed to kill the Slaad, and yeah, I think you guys are heading back to the village this evening. So you do know that you guys have taken a hit. It's about a day's travel overland, or about a night's travel to get back to the village. I wanted to double check with you guys. Did you guys want to try to haul butt and get back, or did you want to maybe take your time? And by that, I mean, are you guys going to try to go all night, try to get back to the village of Farrington, or are you going to take a long rest? Because you guys did take one long rest on the way to find the Slaad.
So we're a days out from the village, and we
Correct.
Just, like, take a long rest or move.
Yeah.
I say move. I say we go back. I say we haul it.
You will
Quite
be
a small issue with that.
What's that?
If we get there at night, shit's haunted. So,
Ooh,
We can walk past it.
smart thing. Smart wolf.
I can walk past it.
Oh yeah, me too.
This is fair. And I can get in the gourd, so I mean.
yeah, half the party's good.
You guys can run.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I guess
It's maybe better than the werewolves is all my thought is.
we could. Good.
I think we spend the night. I'm all down for walking and, like, seeing who can run faster than a spooky ghost with a giant knife, but that's just me.
Completely fair there, Sniff. Completely fair.
All I do know is if we race against this knife lady, I will lose.
Oh, you are the slowest, Mr. Turtle. That doesn't make sense. But she hasn't attacked turtles, just men. Do you identify as a man?
I just want to
Yeah.
check. Sniff, was that a watermelon margarita?
It is.
Did you make it
both
with the
have-
carving watermelon? Oh, I love it! It's my favorite thing ever. Okay, cool. Anyways.
This is with the winning watermelon as well.
Oh,
She was the
it
easiest
makes
to
it
carve
better.
up.
It makes
The
it so much
victory of
better.
the
Does it
spoils.
taste like victory? Literally, great. I love it. Yeah, so you're in the forest. What are you guys gonna do? Sorry to interrupt. I just saw the
Okay.
watermelon margarita. I couldn't handle it.
Yeah.
It is
That-
absolutely delicious, actually.
Set up camp. Yay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's forge
Me
for
and
some nice
Alpha are a little
areas.
hurt too.
Yeah.
That's fair.
I also, Liv, you have a backpack, correct?
I do.
I think I trust you the most, so I'm going to give you my water skin that has my blood in it. Because I don't want to come back to my body if my body's exploded with monsters and my new body comes back to the monsters. That would be bad.
Of course. Grab that.
Because I'm not feeling very well. Something's rumbly inside of me.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Probably nothing.
You
and I
burp
don't
a
want to
little
end
bit.
up like that salmon.
Yeah, I mean, make me a con save to not burp if you don't want to burp. But I feel like Savannah would just burp. Am I wrong? I don't want to like judge you as judge your character
I
as a
probably
person.
wouldn't. No, I probably wouldn't burp. So I'll
Oh,
take
it's-
the, what did you say, a constitution save?
We do shit really specifically.
I'm so
According
excited.
to our...
I don't know that we made any
Don't
actual
tell.
plans. I can't remember them.
So excited. All right, I think we are back. That was dramatic.
Yes.
So we had power that knocked out me and Chesh's internet. So that was, not ideal. But here we are. And we're back, baby. And I'm going to try to organize everybody so they're under their correct names real quick. So if you guys want to talk over the campfire while I do that, I would most appreciate it because I'm sweating. We back, baby.
I'll be happy to do that.
Wow, we only lost like one viewer. I'm really impressed. That's great. Anyways,
Yep.
let's go.
I go up to Sniff. Sniff, what's with this licorice root?
I kind of need it. I don't know if you've noticed in certain situations.
Good
1
thinking.
second I'm slow. 1 second I'm fast.
I've seen you move a little bit faster. That is for sure.
Yes, that's mostly because of this licorice root. I
So
grind it
what-
up into a fine powder.
Yeah. What do you do then?
I sniff it.
And it works just like that.
It works just like that. I don't know how it works for everyone else, but
We should try this.
Are
Yeah,
you
I'm
willing
gonna
to
try
share?
this.
I only have one left, and if we get into a fight, I'm gonna need it.
If we help you acquire more.
If we get more, then maybe I'd be willing to let someone try it.
I mean, we need a forge for supplies anyway, so
Yeah, let's all look. I'm gonna look for some licorice root.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm gonna look as well.
Savannah, Liv is correct. Sniff needs to be over here. God, I've made the worst possible system for recoveries and stuff, guys. Like I try my best, but like Jesus Christ, man. Hope like this is one of the things where like we don't have like the money as a small stream to like have proper backups for this kind of shit. Like we are just fucked if we get like lightning strikes my house. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to all our viewers. We will work through it, but thank you guys for being overbearing. Here, let me turn on chill forest music to get the right environment going for you guys. Savannah, your stomach hurts.
Yes, it does. I guess I will not be foraging in the woods for licorice root if my tummy's hurting. I think I'll just like curl up on a bedroll and try and like fall asleep right away.
We have several people looking for licorice root right now.
all right. So that's 5 of us. So
Yes, this just made it so enticing.
Well, I think. What would Silver know about Slaads?
So that's a great question. Why don't you roll me, let's say, I'll let you pick on your table what you want to roll for that. Like, what skill? I mean, I think it's either like a history. Slaads are not really a nature type of thing. They're abnormal. But, like, I think Silver would have some knowledge of this based on her time. Because they do come up in... Go ahead. Oh, you're...
No.
Yeah. Did I say her?
Mhm.
It's hard to. Yeah, sorry.
It's fine. One day I'm just gonna show up like in full silver regalia and just watch you guys flip.
We got money for it. Let's do it. If people want to cosplay, and I'd never want to press anybody to do a cosplay they're not comfortable with, but I got money for items. Let's go. If somebody wants it, that's always on the table. Also, I went to a photography convention where I did like a cosplay of America, which was in Raleigh. Really great. People there are awesome. We should have some of them on sometime. Anyways, continuing on. Yeah, go ahead and what would you like to roll? A history, maybe. I suppose it could be an arcana based on Slaad's being slightly magical in nature. What you feeling here, Silver?
I was thinking either like religion or medicine.
Yeah, I think either or. Pick. It just depends on the direction you're gonna take it. You know what I mean?
Well, I know we just fought something like awful, and suddenly Savannah's feeling ill, so I'm gonna roll a medicine check.
Yeah, I think it's also very evident that Savannah did get hit. It was like one of the few people, like no one got hit with the claws, so it's pretty obvious, right? Like I said, yeah. Go ahead.
That is a 10.
Yeah, with a 10.
Well, hold on. Can I use my knowledge from a past life?
You temporarily remember glimpses of the past. When you make an ability check, use a skill, you can reroll a d6 immediately after seeing the number on the d20. After seeing, wow, that's nice. And then the number of the d6. Yeah, roll a d6.
So that's a 12 total.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, with a 12, because you beat base 10, I would say that you vaguely remember Slaad's in a past life, and you know that they have how about this? They have the kind of life cycle that made Charles Darwin doubt let's make up this. Let's make him Charles Darwin. Darwin's Charwin. The kind of person that made Darrell's Charwin doubt the existing of loving gods. You know, the kind of life cycle that he sees, and he's like, nope, that's not a thing that should happen. So you remember that being kind of horrifying. You're not exactly sure what it counts as, though, because you know that she probably has an egg in her that's going to make its way into her digestive system and then hatch and eat her way out from the inside. But whether or not it counts as a disease is something else you don't remember.
Okay. Well, I think instead of going to find licorice root, I want to try and stay with Savannah as much as I can.
Okay, that means 2 people get advantage on the rolls.
Alright, so I'm gonna do it because
I will also do it.
Me. Oh boy.
I'll
that's
assist one of you.
Oh! I got
looking for licorice root. That's an 11.
Then Max is rolling too, I think.
All right, we're finally sorted on everything. Yeah. All right, let's pray.
Oh gosh.
No more thunder, and we're good.
I did not roll high. I got a 7.
Oh, I'm sorry. Those rolls were not in chat. Can you guys just tell me what they were real quick?
So Max got a 6 and a 7.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. Whoa, hold on. Sorry, I'm usually more sorted than this. There we go. Perfect. Yeah, so Max got a 6 and a 7, and you guys were looking for licorice root, correct?
Yes, and I got an 11 and an 8.
You got an 11 and an 8. So I think you're going to come up empty in this part near the stream. Licorice actually doesn't technically grow in this kind of environment. You would kind of know that with a survival.
You found some on the beach.
So just walking... Actually, we didn't. We found it after the beach. I have no clue what we found on the beach.
Native to Southern Europe, licorice is mainly cultivated around the Mediterranean and in parts of the United States. An effective mask for the taste of medicines. Licorice is ingredient, blah, 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 blah. Anyways. So it needs
just on the way back to camp, I'm like, when we find some, I'll let you guys try some.
You have one load left, correct?
Correct.
Perfect. Okay, we'll get there. Yeah. So you guys make it back to camp, slightly empty-handed with that. That I'm not gonna lie too. With a survival, like I would probably let you have found something depending on how high it was. You may have had to. I may have told you that you had to trek. I'm not saying it was impossible, but it's very. What I would say is in this particular area, the survival roll to find it is high. So.
I just wanted to look around the camp. I don't want to go too far.
Exactly, because this is dangerous ass, and I'd have told you if you rolled high. Because if you rolled high on survival, I may have said you need to go farther afield. Right? That's a possibility. Which is never fun for a DM to tell somebody that. Anyways, so yeah, you guys are around the campfire. What do you guys want to do?
We're just gonna do our long rest, unless anyone wants to say anything.
No, I'm probably already sleeping or trying to sleep.
You are struggling, Savannah. It is. You are sick to your stomach. 100%. You are not having the best night.
Oh, kitty hairball.
Kitties like force themselves to do hairballs, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Do you want to try to cough something up? Or you want to try to like roll like I suppose I don't know what the fuck that is to roll to cough up a hairball. Does anyone actually I'll let everybody like tell me what they think it is. Like what do you think to
Like
cough up a
animal
hairball?
handling.
Yeah, animal handling for sure.
Oh, that's savage. But no, it's not animal handling. Stealth? Why would it be stealth, Savannah? Other than it's your best stat.
I almost want to say like
If anything,
a
medicine.
constitution check. Not a
Constitution.
Yeah,
save, but a
makes
constitution
sense.
check.
Just a straight
Yeah.
check. She's right. But like
Rolling constitution. Dirty 20.
Ooh,
Nice.
okay.
A lot of noises.
hairball achieved.
So, as you're doing this, you feel that there's something inside of your stomach, and as you begin to push it up, your natural biology as a cat person allows you to eject things out of your stomach that naturally wouldn't happen. So, as you have a dirty 20 and are able to, you feel the egg beginning to push up, like almost like a large egg-like object that's in your stomach begin to pushing out of your throat, and you feel the egg like freaking out and wiggling, and it goes back down with a dirty 20. You manage to almost pull it all the way up out of your chest and eject it through your mouth. But the egg is literally almost bigger than your esophagus. That's so horrifying, Savannah. Sorry.
Liv is just like watching in horror. She's very concerned for you.
You guys almost watch, like, so I would just want to make, everybody is clear that something is very wrong with Savannah, because you watch her neck almost bulge, like come out as like a large object is like coming out of her, and it's like, you can almost see down her throat, or there's like some sort of like red, like egg-like structure coming out and blocks her airway, and then she sucks it back down, and then she's on the ground there going, ugh.
That sounds bad, Savannah.
Has anyone seen that before? Doesn't look good.
Yeah,
Maybe
no
we should
doctor.
cut it out. It won't come
Yeah,
out
or at least like
horrible
punch it.
way.
I've
I don't
seen this
wanna burst
before,
it,
or
maybe?
something similar.
Remove it.
Silver.
What do we do? I hold up the dagger.
Does anyone know abdominal
Just push the
skills?
dagger down in your hand.
But okay.
Hold up.
Well, what do we do?
We could try to punch it and burst the egg
Punch
in
this
the
sword.
throat.
I feel like that would hurt.
We could try to cut it.
Everybody's gonna stomach. Sorry, like I hate to this. Oh my god, we're gonna try to punch her stomach. Oh my god, this is dark. Anyways, let's continue on, please. Sorry.
Let's cut it out, and then sew me back up.
You could also
Sew you
try.
back up. Savannah, none of us are doctors.
Oh,
I
We
want
don't
to just.
have the necessary twine to do heavy stitches like that.
Got rope.
Do we think she'll last through the night and we can find a doctor tomorrow? Someone should definitely stay with her.
Make a medicine check to figure that out. Liv.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, okay.
Um,
I don't know if you would allow me to do something similar.
it was a 9.
I would probably allow you to assist her if she wants to have advantage. Sorry, Liv. It was Liv's suggestion.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay, advantage rolling.
You have a good medicine though, +5.
Yeah.
Oh no!
God.
She looks fine.
She's fine.
You look real sick, honey.
By the knowledge of your world, gestations take longer than a day. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I'll even take you one further. Silver, you know that Slaad gestations from your world take about 3 months.
Hmm.
This is a lot faster than I'm used to.
You would
if-
observe that, based on the fact that it's even developed an egg.
Yeah.
Should we try to travel through the night to get back to town?
I don't.
There may not even be a doctor available.
Yeah.
Not until
Uh,
morning.
You're pretty sure the only doctor in there, you didn't see a doctor in the town. You're pretty sure that probably in the context of D&D, the priest would be the town doctor. Because he has healing, which makes sense in a more of a fantasy setting. But you should, if you need medical attention, go to a real doctor and not a priest. I don't know why I need to put that out there, but I feel the need to do that. Go to a real doctor. Medicine is real. Sorry.
I mean, if we want to head towards the town now, I am more than willing, but I will stay just outside of the town. I am not going to go in there with that singing lady.
Yeah, that's kind of takes out all of us men going in there. It's gonna attack us.
Yeah. I mean, we can get as close as we can.
I guess on that borderline.
Since
Yeah.
I've been uncomfortable, is it obvious that I personally won't be able to take a long rest, or does it seem like I could get over it and I could rest?
It's going to be very difficult for you at this point, too. I would make you make a save, essentially. I would have you make a constitution save to chill the fuck out, you know? And that would depend on whether or not you took the long rest or not.
Okay. So I guess it's up to Alpha then if we keep moving, because we don't want you to be not a top notch if we run into anything.
I think I'll be okay.
I mean, we could sit here for a little bit, you know, for like a short rest and patch you up real quick.
Get a breather.
Yeah. How are you feeling other than your stomach?
About halfway normal. Well, bleeding a bit.
Definitely patch you up a bit.
Yeah, I say let's do a quick short rest, and then we'll just essentially go into town at like the crack of dawn.
Like this.
Yeah.
I feel like it's our safest bet. But we do have to be aware that if Savannah dies in town, she cannot go back.
Oh.
What do you mean?
Because then they'll know that.
Yeah, we would have to dispose of the body.
Oh.
Okay.
Salad, sloss. Olive Garden
think our-
Unlimited is... Jesus Christ. Sorry, I'm just catching up on all this shit.
Well,
Sorry, guys.
if we,
But the friar already knows that we're
the rest of
Outlanders,
the
so if I die in
town
front of him,
doesn't.
that'd be okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
But if we're
As
like
long
in
as
his
you- as long
church,
as
no
you
one
die
else
in the
goes there
church.
but us. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I can't
Yeah.
die in the square.
All right. Short
Okay, so we
rest.
take short rest.
Yes.
Yeah,
But yeah. Okay.
yeah. So
Alright.
we'll travel like halfway, do a short rest, and then head into town.
Everybody roll me a short rest and get some well-deserving health back. Savannah, it's gonna be, you're gonna need to make me a constitution saving throw here. It's not particularly difficult.
I'm gonna kind of keep guidance on her while we're
Absolutely.
going through this.
Absolutely. Woof.
Oh, I rolled a 17.
You're fine. You're able to take a short rest. You kind of punch your own stomach and sit down, and then, you know, you're good.
My one hit dice got me back up to full health. Ooh.
You've had
Ooh.
similar experiences. You're prepared.
All right. So yeah, I say we. Are we gonna just stop about halfway, or do we want to go all the way?
Probably halfway, so that we don't run into the spooky lady.
Ruby Lane. Yeah, agreed.
Wait until we see the sun and then go in.
Yeah.
We can all watch the sunrise together. Is there a good sunrise spot nearby?
I don't take that into account every so often. Yeah, let's look for a sunrise spot.
Yeah. All right, you
We
guys
could
are
get-
able. Go ahead.
Inspiration. 'Cause it's so beautiful. Just
Yeah.
kidding.
Sunrise.
I could try.
I'm feeling
I
slightly
am-
guilty as you're gonna need to maybe burp properly and then you just handle it. I don't know, so it's okay. You gotta that. You also have Savannah, as you're walking along, you have a huge craving for frogs. You've never wanted to eat a frog, but now you just think, God, frogs look delicious, don't they?
Can I try and catch a frog?
If you're gonna run off to try to catch a frog along the stream, that's up to you.
Yeah.
No
If I have
frogs across
a
the path.
craving for it, then I would go for it. If I saw one, if we came
Okay,
across
yeah. Everybody, you're gonna see Savannah start chasing a frog along the stream bed.
Oh.
Is
I'll
she
help
going
her.
far?
I'll try and crate it in. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, with spells and whatever, you're very easily able to catch a frog. And then, what are you gonna take a bite out of it, or just what are you gonna do, Savannah?
swallow it whole.
Yep, you swallow the frog whole. Everybody watches this happen.
Oh,
Okay then.
that's neat.
Let's hurry up.
Sunrise is kind of miffed now. After seeing that. Watch the sunrise and then go back. Or go into the town.
Yeah. All right. So after a while, you guys are able to proceed on, and you're gonna come to the lane. You guys are trying to come into town after sunrise, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
So yeah, you managed to avoid that, and Savannah is not looking good. She's definitely looks a little bit bloated and like something is very, very wrong. As you guys come back into town, the wolves head off in the distance. You think you may have been being tracked, and it's the early morning. Dawn is coming up in Farrington, and it's actually quite pretty. I'll say that. As you're approaching Farrington, it's always gray and overcast in Revon. But, there's light of the new day, so as you guys know, you can't possibly see a sunrise properly in Revon, which is kind of jarring, to be entirely honest with you. The fact that it's always gray and cloudy, you see the light kind of emerge, and it is pretty. There's a redness that comes through over the top of Farrington. You see the water wheel going in the distance on the river, the watermelon pouches, the lamps have been extinguished in the jack-o'-melons that have all line along each of the houses. You see that the Chandler's house is overgrown with wax. Genuine Gerald is there, and he's pulling out his wares to start the day. And you actually hear, it's early morning, but it's really still technically dawn on the next day, and you hear lovely tavern music coming from the bar, actually, and you see the church at the other end. So you see the church at the other end, and you see that there is a tall knight standing in front of the church, and and you see also the sheriff's office. By the way, I'm just assuming you guys collected something to prove that the Slaad was dead.
Yes.
Yeah, we do. That's it.
Yeah.
The head.
Perfect.
I
That's
thought we
that's.
had the head.
I think that's what you did. I can't remember off the top of my head. But anyways, yeah, you guys have the Slaad. So you see that there's definitely a party going inside the tavern. You can take this head to the sheriff, or you can head back to the church, where there seems to be a strange man standing guard by the door.
We could split up, send someone to bring the head, because I feel like we shouldn't just carry the head around for too long.
Mhm.
Agreed.
Do we know who had the head? Was it Alpha? Because you were the closest.
Probably you guys were the ones that finished it off.
Sure.
I'm not leaving Savannah's side.
Okay.
Okay, I guess I will take a small group and head into the sheriff's.
Savannah,
Alright.
do you want me to come with you as well? Or
Yes, please. You seem very knowledgeable.
All right. So team going to the Friar is Savannah, Liv, and Silver.
Uh,
Yeah.
yes.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Who's going to the sheriff? Sniff, Sikes, and Alpha? Team dudes? Sorry, team dudes minus silver. My bad. I really will get my head around it. I swear to God, my brain is broken. Is that the split up?
I think so.
Okay. So yeah, let's go ahead and start with the Silver and Liv and Savannah. As you guys approach, you see that there is a knight standing outside the church. He has a white cloak adorned with the tree with hearts on it on the side, and he is wearing full plate mail and he has a shield and he bears a warhammer to the side. And it has the hammer is a stylized crest where it looks like a tree trunk that's been turned over, and the barrel of the warhammer is the roots coming up to wrap around a large stone. And he stares at their guard beside the door.
I'll nudge Silver to kind of talk. You're good at this part.
I think I think Silver's just gonna have, like, his hand on, like, Savannah's back and, like, just try to, like, go through the door. He doesn't seem to be blocking it in any fashion, does he?
He doesn't. He's going to, as you approach to open, he says, "None may enter while the high..." Sorry, let me get a voice for him. "None may enter while the Inquisitor is present. You may do your business here in an hour or so."
No.
We may not have an hour. This woman requires medical attention that the priest can offer.
Okay, go ahead and, I suppose, are you trying to persuade him, intimidate him? What do you want to do, Silver?
I think in this case, he's trying to intimidate this person.
Okay, you want to try to intimidate the knight? Okay, go ahead and roll intimidation. You can, of course, remember use athletics for that as well. Well, what essentially is athletics?
Sure. That is slightly better.
I didn't. Okay, it's coming through now. So 9.
That is a 9.
Yeah, he's not intimidated by you. He's like going to be like, "No one may enter unless you would throw hands with me, sir. I would suggest that you come back in an hour. Her ailment does not look too great that she will not survive."
I'll give Savannah just a tap on the back and see if I can instigate a cough.
All right. He's gonna look down at you, and you don't look good. Like, in fairness to Savannah, like you don't have to fake this. Like, you do not look good. Like you.
Is there like a pity check? Can we try and pity him? Have him pity us? Feels bad.
Sir, watch is what is affecting her. Honey, do the thing you did last night. Show him the thing in your throat.
Can I try and cough up another hairball?
Go ahead and roll me. Yeah, it was Constitution, I believe.
Yeah. I rolled an 18.
And he's like, "Oh my fucking god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Are you okay? Oh my god!" He like drops his hammer.
She's not okay, sir. We need the priest.
No, I got this. I got this. And he's going to reach out and he's going to cast Lesser Restoration on you.
Oh.
And he's like, "Are you okay? Jesus Christ! Oh my God, what was that?" And as he does so, you feel the egg in your belly disintegrate, and as it comes out, you kind of cough up some eggshells and blood, and make me another Constitution saving throw.
15.
Yeah, you're able to cough up this slimy worm-like creature in eggshells that slides onto the ground right there. And he's gonna attempt. It's sort of like dying there on the ground, but he's gonna grab his hammer, turn it over, and smash the crap out of it. He's just like, "Oh!" Like he's not happy about it. He's just like, and then he's gonna smack this creature. It's gonna get blood all over his cloak, and he's just gonna be there like, oh my god. Oh my god!
Liv is gonna feed into that energy and just continue. Oh my gosh! Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Oh
wow!
My god.
Thank you.
Oh my god!
We didn't know what that was.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
How are you feeling, Savannah?
So much better, I'm assuming.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah, you are.
What did you do, sir?
I just
How can I thank you?
Lester Restoration. Like it's like his like white petticoats have gotten ruffled. Like he's like this well put together, ironed out knight, and like he's just never seen shit like this. So like he's like there, and like he's like kind of looking down at like this smushed blood all over his hammer. He's very like he's clearly tough and powerful, but at the same time he's very like, you just coughed up like a murder baby and he just smashed it with a hammer. It was a lot, right? Like, I mean, it was a lot for anybody anyways, so.
What can we do to thank you, sir?
Yes, let us know.
Janine's contact?
Yeah.
Do you want to call her without me? Say that I'm indisposed. Sorry. Talk to her. Love you. Hey, can I ask you a favor? Okay, but why?
Indisposed, playing D&D.
All right, cool, go. All right. I got rejected. I got rejected. No, it's our realtor, and we really do need to talk to her. Anyways, it's another day's discussion. Sorry, guys. Tonight is just full of like crap, and I'm so sorry to you guys. I really appreciate you sticking with it.
Tell her to just hop on Twitch.
I have. Katie's like, I can't stand to watch you DM because you're a No, I'm just joking.
Oh, I meant the realtor, not Katie.
Oh. Well, no. My realtor is also my godmother who would tell my mother about all the bad things I do. So, like, let's not get into it. Sorry. Like, she's an amazing realtor, but, like, I do not want her to watch this ever, almost as much as I don't want my mother to watch this show. Anyways. Let's continue on. So, yeah, Savannah, like, this clearly powerful paladin has cured you, but at the same time, he's just like very shaken. What do you guys want to do?
We were trying to ask him how we could repay him if there was anything he needed our assistance with, because we were very, very grateful.
He's like, nope, I'm
He's like,
Oh no, he's infected.
No, he's like kind of like vomiting in his own mouth. He's like, bleh, bleh. Okay. He's just gonna kind of go over beside the church, and he's gonna put his back against the wall and slide down and put his head between his knees.
Liv, did you have a normal water skin that has not my blood in it?
Yes.
You want to offer him some water?
Yeah, great. I'll take it off my back. And sir, can I interest you in some water?
He's gonna
you look a little pale.
Yeah, he's gonna be like, yep, and he's gonna take it and he's gonna start drinking. And while you guys are doing this, the front doors are going to glide open, and out is going to come a well-dressed man with very prominent jowls, just like the jowliest jowler you've ever jowled. And he's just gonna come out, and he's gonna turn to you. It's like, Paladin, what are you doing? And he's going to look around at the blood on him. I was like, are you attacking my paladin? He's going to hold up his hands like in like a gesture. The paladin's going to hold up his hand.
No. This wonderful gentleman was helping save my friend. He's a great man.
We were very lucky to have him as one of your staff.
It seems to have took a lot from him, but we're trying to find out what we can do to repay him for his great deed.
The Friar Fair is going to come out behind him. He's like, hello, Savannah. Are you feeling okay?
Much better now. This paladin over here helped me.
He's going to look down at the ground. He's like, Slaad. Very nasty.
Yes, indeed.
Thank you, good knight of the Heart Tree. We appreciate you helping our wonderful villagers. Thank you for your service. And he's just gonna be like, he's not gonna talk because he's still going, and he's gonna hold up a thumb, like, yeah. Jolly McJallerson is going to turn around and be like, wasting the power of the heart tree on villagers. I suppose that is your duty, but it was your job to heal this person and not the necessary use of the magical use of a knight of the heart tree. And
In all fairness, we tried to get past him, but he said that we could not, for we cannot go in when you were in there.
he's going to turn and look at you, Silver, and he's just going to go like full haughty. Yes, it was his duty to protect me at all times, and I needed to have a private conversation with the friar here.
So private that you would risk the life of a young woman?
She looks fine to me.
Now she is. Thanks to your good knight.
Knight, come with me. He's going to turn past you, and he's going to literally shoulder check like both Savannah and Silver on the way out. If you want to try to bump into him, you can do that.
Absolutely. I'm not putting up with that.
All right. Savannah, how are you feeling? I mean, you just gone through some shit. You want to athletics check this?
I'm probably just gonna fall over. I wouldn't resist it.
Yeah, I mean, Savannah
Like a
goes
soccer
over.
team just
Yeah.
on the ground.
It's been a bad day. Silver, give me an athletics check. Oh, Silver, I'm so sorry.
She got a 3.
Fine. It's okay.
He almost he flips his face and his jowl flips up and almost smacks you. And you're so surprised by being smacked in the face by a person's jowls that you fall over. It's not really like a strength check so much as it is like a horrifying jowly attack. And he just jowls away. It's just remember this character is just all jowls. And he just...
Inquisitor jowls.
Yeah, the Knight of the Heart Tree is going to stand up and he's going to be like... And he's just going to fall in behind him and they're both going to head over the bridge.
I'm gonna help my teammates stand back up. Offer them a hand.
Yeah,
Thank you
Silver's
very
gonna
much.
dust himself off. I've seen dogs with better looks than him.
Who in the world is that? Stick up his ass.
Friar
And I'll
Fair
say it loud
loves
enough so he can hear it.
Yeah, Friar Fair is like, he loves it. It's like you tickled his day. He's like, yes,
He's happy Liv is back.
Yeah. We'll just kind of give him a little hello.
I would caution. He's gonna stop. He's gonna tell you. I would caution you all from running afoul of him as unfun an individual as he is. The Knight of the Heart Tree would have to follow his orders, and he would have no problem ordering the man to attack any of us. So,
Understood.
and I would say that a Knight of the Heart Tree is not something that anything in this village may be able to stop. So, keep that in mind when you deal with him, as unlikable as he is.
That knight is a bit green on his leaves, if you understand my meaning.
But his faith is strong, which I would agree entirely that he is green and not used to combat. And I think it would be... He's a kind soul. He's a con soul. How about that? You know?
Seems like a good man.
What business did they have with you? Anything that we can help with?
They suspect me of heretical dealings with my own church, and they question the value of my Summerween festival, if that matters at all. So, you know. Sorry, he's Southern. Let me get it and get in the character. I got this. Here we go. I'm all shook up because of the power outage. Anyways, okay. Well, he thinks that Summerween is a waste of time and a mite bit heretical in the context of Farrington. I keep trying to tell him it's just all in good fun, but, you know, them gents down from Necropolia are, well, they're a mite bit stiff if you understand their interpretations of religious dogma. So, it is what it is.
Are they canceling the festival?
That would be his way, but I have not allowed him to cave on it, and it would be a lot for him to order me to do so. So it's a little bit of a disagreement on the matter, but I think over my dead body is he gonna cancel the festival.
Good for you,
Wonderful.
Friar.
We're very excited for the festival.
I know. I want all the children to enjoy like candied apple and bob for apples and carve a jack-o'-melon. I mean, it's so depressing around here. We need it, and I'm not willing to give it up. So we'll see.
When did the morning services start?
Oh, and about a couple hours ago, if you guys would like to attend, I'm more than happy to have anybody in my flock come to town. I will say the High Inquisitor will probably be there. Sorry, the Inquisitor Applebottom, but and maybe the Knight of the Heart Tree too. He's a kind soul. I think he would hesitate to murder any of you on sight. So, take that as.
I feel like we're just kind of shooting the shit with the priest now.
Yeah, we're gonna move over to the other group, which is taking the Slaad head to the sheriff. All right, you guys open up, and you see that the sheriff is like kind of sleeping behind the desk, and his assistant is like sitting there reading a book.
Just drop the head on the desk.
Yeah, head on desk. Well, thunk.
He dropped the giant mod face of the Slaad down on the desk, and he goes, "Oh my god!" Ah! And he falls over backwards, like very, very like comically in a Dumb and Dumber fashion. He just like goes over backwards. He pops up and tries to straighten himself. Holy shit! Holy shit! Holy shit! Holy shit! That's a Slaad.
It was a Slaad.
It was, yeah.
Okay. Has any of your party been contaminated?
Not even one of us.
You're totally sure they can just scratch you and you get fucked?
Oh, I don't
like
know.
just
You
don't know?
Nope. They all seemed fine. Serena was a bit sad to the stomachache, I guess.
She went to Friar Fair?
Sure.
Probably.
Okay. Just make sure he looks her over. He can heal a Slaad egg with a spell.
That's nice.
Yeah.
In the meantime,
Yeah. He looks a little green around his gills as he looks at the head. Like it's pretty brutal. Like you cut a creature's head off and it's bleeding all over his desk, right? Like it's a little desiccated. The eyes have started to fall out. The scales have gone limp. The tooths are like kind of that, and a little bit of liquid in the tongue the tongue's been partially bit when you just slapped it down, so it like kind of bit the tongue a bit. Just a little bit of fresh blood running out onto his desk and paperwork.
I can clean that up.
Yeah, that's not our problem.
He's gonna reach over and like grab some sawdust and throw it into the blood pile to try to like mop up the blood. It's not working.
Hope that works, friend. Anyway, our compensation.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
It's not a castle. It's not the castle top beast, but a Slaad is a Slaad. I'll give you 100 gold for the head.
I don't know.
I mean, I feel like this also solved your salmon problem too.
I mean,
My
honestly.
sand problem?
Salmon.
Salmon problem? Yeah, because it's a Slaad. It's all the same problem, guys. I mean,
But I mean, like it's a bunch of problems melded together. It doesn't make one big problem. It makes a bunch of little problems together. You know what I mean?
Sikes, make a persuasion roll with advantage from Sniff.
Yay. Persuasion.
Okay.
Ooh.
God
Nice.
damn it.
All right, we'll take that 14 plus 5.
Yeah,
maybe.
19, baby.
I'll give you 110 gold. Got a counter?
Oh. Yep. I don't know. Sikes doesn't know what a counter is. Yeah, we got one of those.
He means like a counter offer. I think we'll take the 110.
Oh. Yes, we'll take the 110.
110 it is, and he's gonna slap it down. You should have pushed, guys. No, I'm sorry. He's gonna give you 110 gold, slap up the head, and he's gonna be like, "I wonder if the Chancellor can do some taxidermy work on this." He's like turning it sideways. He's gonna throw it down.
In the bar.
Yeah, I'm not going over there today. There's some strange characters in the bar.
Strange how.
Stargazers.
What are those?
I mean, the stars are pretty. I don't.
Well,
I
you don't
look at them every once in a while.
He's gonna stop at that. He's like, stars? You've never seen the stars.
We're talking like, stars, right?
Yeah, in the sky, twinkling.
Sniff, Sikes. Revnant is constantly
You
shrouded in
guys.
clouds. This man's never
Please.
seen stars.
Are you telling me you've never seen them? Oh, you should go to the beach one day. We saw them the other day.
I've been to the beach. You don't see stars on the beach.
Yeah,
Well,
you
I've
haven't
been-
looked hard enough, man.
Is that way?
That perfect clearing of when it just goes away right at the mist. That's
Sykes,
what you gotta
make,
search
a
for.
Sykes, make a deception check.
You got it. 20 total.
Fuck. All right, fine. that was a great.
Yes.
That was a great arc you just avoided. Ah, god damn it! I was gonna drown your ass in a well. Anyways, yeah, sorry. Yeah, he's like, all right. I mean,
Not today.
I've heard told of them. And clearly, the Stargazers seek the stars. They're a mercenary group out of Necropolia. They seem to be escorting a paladin and an inquisitor to see the friar. He's getting southern too for some reason. I don't know why.
Seems you don't like these people. I thought you and the friar were close.
I love the friar. I think his stances on some of religion can be might be trouble when Necropolia disagrees with him, and I don't see much the reason to disagree with Necropolia, if you take my meaning.
Are these stargazers those folk that we just fucking hate?
Hmm?
I'm kind of asking the sergeant if the sheriff if these stargazers are the kind of people that we just don't like around here.
No, I'll be honest with you. I hear tell that the Stargazers are Outlanders. I hear tell that.
And when he says that, I just want to like get that look of disgust at that word, just like, ugh.
I know, but let me tell you this, son. I know what we would normally done to the previous Outlanders, but I tell you, Stargazers are powerful adventurers, and they are beyond our kin and our ability to wrangle. So it's best just leave them alone, let them get drunk on our bar, and let them go on the way. Especially with an Inquisitor with them, because if there's an Inquisitor with them, they have a use for them. It's beyond my kin to understand why Necropolia would have use of Outlanders, but here we are in this situation. I best just stay in my fucking office today, if you understand what my meaning.
I understand. I'll try not to cause a problem with those. I just want to other people.
I understand. I'm going to be honest with you. You start a problem with them, if you're going to get in a fight with them, I'll let them kill you. And most certainly they will.
It was a pleasure doing business with you.
It was a pleasure the same. If you guys managed to cast the Castletop Beast, or a werewolf, or any of those wolves out in the pasture, you come right back here. I'll make sure to give you a similar bargain on the matter. There's always room for a negotiation here. Oh, actually, had a bit of a question, if you have a second.
I look at my other two.
Is he addressing all of us, or just?
I am. Have you happened to tell anybody yet that you killed a Slaad?
No?
No, we came straight here.
I mean, get a few drinks in me, maybe.
I would say, if you'd be willing, I may be able to take 10 gold out of my salary if you would be willing to tell people that Slaad was killed by me.
Sikes is all for that.
Sure.
Yeah, I'll give it. Yeah, that's fine with me.
Look, man, the woods are very dangerous. I'm not patrolling as much as I should be. I appreciate the adventures doing work for me, but I get in a little bit of trouble with the townsfolk sometimes. If I could hold up ahead and say I killed this and no one's gonna contradict me, that's value to me right here. You see that like the fucking secretary across the desk is side-eyeing the shit out of all of us. Like, she is just sitting there like, what the fuck? Like, but he's like, yeah, there's 10 goals out of it. I don't make that much of a salary. It's a pretty big pension for me, but a Slaad would be a feather in my cap, and it, maybe help me with the next election. So if you would be willing to just tell everybody and make sure your friends tell everybody that I killed it? How does that sound?
I mean, I can't speak for my friends and companions, but I have no problem not saying anything.
Well, let me tell you this. Go track them down. Make sure they're okay and get healed up by the friar. And then if you spin the story to the friar and come back and tell me that, I'll give you 10 gold here. Sound good?
Sure.
Sure. Yeah.
Thank you guys very much. Y'all have a good day.
So, you, like, as we turn away, Sikes is doing like that. Mr. Burns, like, excellent. We got 10 extra gold.
As soon as we like step out of the door and like out of earshot, I just want to be like, that was fucking close.
Honestly, Sniff, you saved me there with the stars. I didn't realize what we were doing there.
Me neither.
Ooh, so do not mention the stars. New rule.
Now we know.
Yeah. But these. What was that?
Do you guys want to go to the bar, or do you want to wait for the rest of the party?
I
Well,
think
we
we
should-
should. I think we should inform the party of
Yeah.
our visitors.
These stargazers. What
As
is
you
that
guys,
noise?
you hear, psst, and as you hear that, you see that there's a pair. It's the Inquisitor Applebottom and the Knight of the Heart Tree walking down the lane. So, as we described before, a knight in now bloody clothes and a shield and a bloody hammer, who looks a little bit green around the face, and he's in plate mail and a steel shield. And then you see this, he's got like a high collar and huge robes, and he's like very put together. It's just, yeah, it looks like they're coming down the street towards you. And the jolly guy is gonna go, huh, and pass by you, heading towards the tavern.
Whoa. That view from that high horse must be good. Sniff, why do you keep pissing me? I'm right beside you.
What? I'm not doing that.
What, you're not? Alpha?
I'm not doing it.
Alright, look around. What's making that noise?
Is that a kid
Perception.
or something?
10.
It's very subtle and hard to tell who's making that noise.
Am I going insane?
What are you hearing?
It's like a psst. It's like a psst.
I hear it too. If we all do it,
There it
maybe
was
it'll
again.
come out.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna. I clock the noise. Who's there?
Over here.
I look towards wherever they said that.
The only thing you see is the horse by the stable drinking out of this right here.
Oh, okay.
I look in the trough of water.
Horse leans up after taking a drink and spits some of the water in your face.
What was that about?
I
The
wasn't gonna
horse
drink your water.
says,
Are you trying to get our attention, horse?
obviously.
Well, what? You got it.
The horse is going to turn into a person. Alpha, make a perception check.
16.
You recognize this person.
Oh. Can I do like a smell?
Yeah. you
Check? I don't know.
you smell
What
him,
would
yeah.
that be?
I mean, it would be perception with smell, which we're going to assume that 16 was sniff check.
Okay.
You recognize
Uh-huh.
this person as he turns into a wild-looking man with rags and pelts and all sorts of things, and a wild beard that is scraggly, and he has like them braided down his back, and he just looks absolutely crazily wild with like red markings under his eyes. And he looks there and he's like, "Hello, Alpha. Is that
Oh.
what they call you now?"
Yes. I do faintly remember you.
He's gonna like come out behind around the bridge behind you, and he's gonna like lean down to sniff your butt.
It's a little intrusive. How did you get here?
I died.
Oh.
It appears you did too.
Well, I was dying, and then you turned me into this.
I know. I saved you that time. Seems to be a little bit of a wasted effort that you died again.
I've died a couple times since then, but it seems to be okay. Just a couple of patches of fur here and there, but.
Well, I'll tell you this. What do you come here like an outlander like me?
Yeah, but I would not tell people that.
I know not to.
Okay.
My friends in the bar have helped me.
Are your friends the Stargazers?
I am a stargazer now.
Oh.
They're not all good though. I work in the group, but some of them are assholes. It is what it is.
So you didn't spawn on the beach like the rest of us?
Some outlanders spawn in other places. It depends. I don't know what the beach you're talking about.
What was that, Sniff?
I said it sounds like we got the shit end of the stick.
Sounds like it. Anyways, I just wanted to say hi. It's good to see you, Alpha.
Yeah, it's good to see you. You're from Necropolia. I hear that there are werewolves that can control their urges. As much as I am appreciative of not dying and being in this form, I do miss my older self quite a bit. And I feel like
do you want to go back to that?
No, this is also nice. I feel more aware of my surroundings, more intelligent. But maybe turning into a werewolf that can control himself would be a fun new direction to go in.
He's gonna lean in. The Stargazers don't want to know this, and I don't want to tell them. But if you go to Jump City in the south, that's where all the werewolves that are sentient meet. And they run that city.
Okay. Well, thank you for that tidbit. We'll have to check it out after the Black Tier.
You need to go to a bar there called the Pug and the Mug. You'll find them.
I never got your name, Strange Druid.
Well, I don't really have one anymore, if I'm being honest.
Neither did I. They just started calling me Alpha.
Did they start calling you Alpha, or did you come up with that?
I mean, it was my title. It's kind of like being an usher or a priest, I guess.
Sure, sure.
Does that mean we can name you?
That's a great idea.
I'm fond of this. We can name the druid, though.
I'm talking about, yeah, I was asking the druid.
Oh, okay.
Alpha, your name's perfect.
Call me Mr. Horse.
Okay.
Okay.
Horse.
Mr. Horse. I may change that later. I haven't decided yet. This is literally a DM note, and also a character interaction. And he's like, "All right, I'll see you later." And he turns into a salmon and jumps into the stream.
Oh.
Weren't his friends in the bar?
Yeah, he's just gone. I mean, to be honest, like, I want to make this clear. Like, that wasn't like me just doing random DM things. Like, he was spacey AF, right?
Okay. Dang, druids, man.
Yeah, they're wild. They just turn wolves into people and into salmon. Who knows?
Well, yeah, what comes next?
It's a good thing we killed that Slaad. If he's going around turning into salmon, he would have had a bad day.
Wait, are you saying that you used to be a wolf?
I'm sorry, was that not clear?
I thought you were just raised by wolves.
No, I was raised as a wolf because I was a wolf.
What?
As a wolf by wolves or as a wolf by humans?
No, as a wolf by wolves in a pack, you know?
But Alpha, you have limbs.
Well, yeah, and then I was dying and he turned me into this.
Wait a minute. So Sikes is wrapping his head around this for a second.
All right, guys, it is 7:49. We're a little bit over because of our issues this week. But in the meantime, I think we're going to go ahead and go to a commercial break. From everyone here at the Pen and Paper Pod, thanks for sticking with us. Sorry for the trouble. It is now 7:50. We're going to take a 15-minute break here. So we will come back at 8:05. Thank you guys so much for listening and sticking with us. We'll be back in just a minute here. I need to go get some more drinks because it's been a stressful night and my air conditioner broke and now it's very hot in my room and my power is causing issues and I need to go check with Katie to make sure that we didn't lose the house. So I'll be back in a minute. Everyone here at the Pen and Paper Pod by extension, the Tuscan Shed Media Network, thanks for listening. Be back in 15. All right. Hello and welcome back to Revon Gothica, our Pen and Paper Pod 5E. Sorry, let me finish studio mode. Our Pen and Paper Pod 5E Dungeons and Dragons streaming event, where I guess it's also a podcast and everything else in between. So head on over. Want to check out a couple of things. You can check out our link tree and make sure to you see this thing in the corner. That's our code for our link tree where you can check out our Discord, go meet some cool people, talk about TTRPGs and all sorts of other things on there. But yeah, we're back and we're going to get started with Farrington. I'm not going to lie, guys. Moving sucks. Moving sucks so bad. I don't want to complain and like waste your guys' time while we're supposed to be playing a fun game tonight, but like, fuck moving, whoever invented it, and fuck this market, and fuck there being a slowdown, and fuck everything else, because like, fuck everything. I'm just saying. Like, I feel like no matter where you are in the process, like, I feel like I have all the power when selling my house, and it's still difficult. Fuck everybody. Anyways, I'm done. Okay, need to get that out of my system. Now we can play D&D properly. Is everybody good?
Yes.
All good.
Well, I love you all for bearing with me through that. I appreciate it. And tough night, bro. It's Trevor. He's like, sorry, Tanner. Trevor's like, tough night, bro. Which is fair. It's fair. All right, everybody. So let's go ahead and continue on. Let's get a nice background Farrington music. And yeah, you guys hear across the thing, you guys hear some lovely tavern music coming out of the... All right. 2 seconds here, guys. Talk among yourself. I got to answer one phone call. You're in the village. Discuss what you want to do next. I'm going to throw up the board so you can see what's been on the board and what your guys' plan is from here.
Sounds good. So we're gonna probably try and buy supplies next, maybe, because we have enough money for our list of supplies that we came up with.
Yeah.
Guys, Savannah's cured.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Sorry, guys. Also, I'm fine.
Yay!
That's awesome.
Savannah.
That's
The hairball
awesome.
worked. Slash the paladin helped, but
We got
Cool.
some. We got an extra 10 gold for that slot head. I don't know. What was your
You
original
got 10
price?
gold from it? He
This
originally
one.
said 20.
Yeah.
Oh no.
No, we got
got
100.
100.
Oh no.
I thought the price
Oh.
was 100. Was it not 100?
It was 20.
The sheriff
was
told us
20.
20 gold yesterday.
We
you
got
guys got
110.
100.
Wow,
No,
you guys are
110,
good
yes.
bargainers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it was a hard fought battle. We were
If
going
we
back and forth.
if we tell everyone in town that the sheriff killed it, he'll give us another 10 gold.
Yes,
From his
he also
own
did that.
salary, no less.
From his own salary. I feel like that's an easy sell.
I
We
agree.
should say 10 gold per person who doesn't tell on him.
That's true. A
I'm
lot of
sure
mouths
we
to
could-
keep
we
shut.
could-
There
we
is
could
a lot of
probably
mouth.
do that. We could probably make that happen.
So what
We
about
don't really
fire?
have enough gold for
Do
all
you
of
guys
us.
know what's happening in the tavern?
Yeah, so apparently there's some O-words openly in the bar.
And that's allowed?
You're sure?
They
Yeah.
are very powerful and not to be fucked with type of O-words.
I feel like we have to talk to at least one of them.
Ooh, should we gain information on how they
Yeah,
can be
they're from
so openly
Necropolia.
O?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
I don't know if we can 100% trust them. Like, I want to
True.
because we're in the same boat, but that doesn't mean they don't sell us out.
That's also true. could try and like walk on eggshells, get information, but like gentle information.
Yeah. Does someone want to like sneak by and eavesdrop?
Oh, I like that too. I'm sneaky.
Yeah.
We can all go in and pretend to be normal.
Oh, that too.
Well, and while you do that.
Okay, while I go sneaky,
As
I
in-
like that better.
Yes.
Pretend to be normal is much harder for me.
Being normal would mean hating
Me
them,
too.
not wanting to talk to them, though.
Yeah,
At least in Farrington.
It is a small town.
So we would have to pretend to hate them while also asking them for information.
Right.
I
Thin
think they
line.
would understand.
Yeah.
If you go in there as party guests, and then we just start rabble rousing with anyone and everyone around us.
Mm-hmm.
I guess we could just play to the fact that we don't know what stargazers are.
Yeah.
And then after, do we have a location we want to go after Farrington? Just like grand plans.
Well, I was hoping that we could all go to Friar's ceremony this morning.
Oh,
That's not quite a grand plan, but yeah, we can do that.
Sorry,
If
short
we can
term.
find the time, I
Thinking
think,
really
I think
big.
I'm gonna go.
We
I
should
don't
still
know.
enter into these contests. There's a disguise.
Oh, yeah.
Well, not a disguise.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
a dress up and a carving.
Definitely.
Do
we
we know?
I think we got the carving one in the bag.
I think I'm very
the
good at
cat's in the
carving
bag.
one. I have good claws. I can carve pumpkin. A winning pumpkin.
I just want to say, don't mention anything about the sky other than clouds. No sunsets, no sunrises, no stars, no blue, nothing but gray exists in this world.
Oh,
Not
Yeah, me and
hard
Sikes.
for me to pretend, but sure.
Me and Sikes almost
Twisted by our own petard.
Yeah.
I say.
Did we disclose to anyone that we killed the Minotaur?
No.
Probably not.
no.
That was on the beach. Isn't that where all the Outlanders spawn?
So they spawn during location.
I don't think so. We met a horse that spoke.
a what?
I'm sorry,
horse.
what?
A horse.
Yeah,
Like a
horse.
nay.
Yes.
That
yeah,
kind
the
of
things
horse.
that are faster than deers. Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Horseman salmon.
Yes. I believe his name was Horseman Salmon.
Horseman.
Okay.
You shall
He's
be
real.
known henceforth.
He as well was an O word, and he said he spawned somewhere else where he wasn't on a beach.
Did you share some of your licorice root with them?
Are you all
Did you?
ill?
Are you all hallucinating?
No,
No, I swear, 100%.
Okay.
the Horseman Salmon spit water in my
Maybe
face.
you should see the priest as well.
Didn't
I think
jump
he's
in the river.
available now.
I thought he was occupied. I thought he was, seeing someone.
No,
No, the
that's,
priest is done with that.
Oh, okay.
That's the guy who walked by you before we came up to you.
Oh, Flabby Face.
Yeah,
Yeah.
jowly, buddy.
Mr. Big Jowls.
I have a
Yeah,
couple of
big jobs.
questions.
Yes.
So, do we know who these stargazers work for?
No.
It sounds like they work
Alrighty.
with Flabby Face.
Sorry about that.
Oh.
My
That's
father
discerning.
wishes you all to stay safe, and everybody should be okay, and just stay safe. And yeah, just so you all know. So good for you.
Thank you, Mr. Dad Jack.
Thanks.
So, after you heard about the stargazers, you then spoke to a horse.
Man, salmon.
Horseman
Horseman Salmon.
Horseman
Yeah.
Salmon.
What? Why salmon?
I am worried.
He was
These-
hungry.
What's
Yeah,
that?
Yeah, he was all three at once.
He
Well,
jumped into the river.
At once? What parts
I
of
don't
body
know
were
about-
each thing?
I don't know about at once, but at one point he was all three.
This is how myths are formed.
A shape change.
yeah.
All right, now that we've all
Very
dealt with
well.
all my personal stuff, let's get back to playing D&D. I'm so sorry, everybody. How are you doing? I'm really interested to see Twitch chat now, which is going to be creepy. Ask Jowls, openly O. He originally said 20G for the Slaad. Good deal. Oh my god. You're making me hungry. All right, fantastic. I'm glad that the stream is gone. I really appreciate that you guys have gone out there. So what do you guys want to do?
We are going to talk to the people in the tavern /
All right.
sneak to listen to what they're saying.
All right, yeah, go ahead. So as you approach the door, you're able to hear sweet melody. Silver, you recognize the troubadour. It appears to be that Lot the Bard is playing inside the tavern.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Liv will get like a pep in her step and kind of run past Silver and start kind of dancing into the bar.
I'll follow after.
Yeah, I'll walk in. I'll walk up to the bar.
I'm trying to
surprised.
sneak in.
Are you
Okay,
dancing on the bar or in the bar?
Do you
It's
want to
trying to
try to
sneak-
Not
find
that
a...
young.
So, Savannah, let's break down this thing. Liv, Sniff are just straight up entering the bar. Savannah, you're trying to sneak into the bar. Are you going to try to go up a window? Or are you going to do like some second story cat lady work? Or are you just going to try to sneak in through the front door?
Are there windows that are first story?
Absolutely.
Then I think a window would be where I'd go.
Gotcha. You peek in through the existing window. Go ahead and make me a perception check, Savannah. And actually, let's just go ahead and do this as you enter the bar. Everybody else. I'm just making that figure bigger. And let's remove this slide so you can see the bar. As you enter the bar, you see that there are... It's vastly changed here. Sorry, Sniff, Alpha... You see in the far corner, there's a woman with dark red burgundy hair who's bent over, and she's in kind of like an adventurer's like basic studded leather armor, and she's playing the shit out of a lute, as you can hear right now, everybody. There's also in one corner, the Knight of the Heart Tree is sitting in a corner, sitting down, and he has a mug of water, and he's looking over the top of it. It appears that he's cleaned off his robes with some sort of spell or something, and he's just sort of staring down into it, just sort of sipping it. At the bar, sorry, I'm going to move you characters out because you guys are entering. At the bar is actually, I think the Apple Bottom Inquisitor is going to be in their room, but at the bar, you see there is an elven gentleman with a long bow strapped across his back. Sikes, are you entering the bar? I see you in there.
Oh, yeah, I was up to look.
You recognize Paxley goddamn Knot at the bar.
Oh no, it's on site. No.
And in the
I'll
corner,
hold it.
yeah, in the corner you see. So like, I'm gonna pull Liv. Liv is by the door, is breaking in. So Sniff and Liv have entered the door, and you see by the door. And I think Sikes, you're gonna be able to see in through the corner. You see Paxley Knot, Lot, and by this far corner you see a dark gentleman. Sorry, dark gentleman. That sounds terrible. He's just a pale gentleman in a business suit, just kind of sitting there back against the wall, and he appears to be reading a book. And he's sitting next to the Knight of the Heart Tree. And Jealous to Silvermane, the barkeep, is mixing drinks currently, shaking them up. He seems to be very enthused for Lot's playing.
I'm sorry, I was trying to keep track of that.
Lottie.
Lots is different than knots.
Lottie.
That's still different than the knots. Or
Sorry, there's
Yeah,
two characters. There's two characters that people know. So the Knight of the Heart Tree's in there. There's Paxley Knot and Lottie are in there.
oh, okay.
And Lottie has like braided red burgundy hair, and she's playing the shit out of the lute. She's clearly a bard.
Is there an empty spot at the bar?
Pardon me?
Is there an empty spot at the bar?
Yes, there is. In between Paxley Knot and Lottie.
I will walk up to the bar and order a drink.
Yeah, what do you want?
Do you have any rum?
That sugarcane stuff. Yeah, I think I can. He's gonna go under. He's like, it's a little bit rare around here. You mind dropping a heart, sir?
A heart?
A heart.
Like a gold?
Yeah, I flip them.
As you take a
Gold.
gold out to flip to him, you see that the golds that were given to you by the sheriff have a golden heart on them, like from the heart tree.
Oh,
Hmm.
okay.
So you toss him a gold, and he's gonna pour you a cup. He's like, "You want me to grog it, or do you just want it raw?"
I'll take it raw.
And he just pours you. He just hits you out with a dusty bottle and passes you a lovely 2 fingers of rum.
Nice. Yeah, I'm gonna look around and look for somebody to engage in conversation with, but I'll let someone else do what they want to do.
I rolled a 21 perception by the window.
All right, perfect. Let's do that. So Paxley, Liv, you have the situation there. So Liv, at any time if you want to do something, let me know. Savannah, as you come around, you're seeing the exact same scene on the inside. You can try to enter through one of the back rooms. If you keep going around, you'll know that you'll come to the back end where there's the player rooms, or you can try to just open the room and kind of try to slip through. But it is a wide open room. You think you may have a better luck on the far side of the bar where there's cover from the bar in the back.
Okay. If I know that there's cover around back, then I probably go around back. So you say on this side over here by the bar?
Correct.
Yeah, so I'll try and climb in here.
Yeah,
Okay.
go ahead and roll me a stealth check. The window isn't locked. You can just literally pry it open, so it's not that hard, but you just need to be stealthy.
I rolled a 19.
Yeah, you're able to slip in behind the bar. You're perched behind the barrel of what appears to be tubers right here. And yeah, you're really stealthy right there behind the bar. You see the Lottie, the bard, right there, and Paxley not across, right there, who's sipping on a glass of wine himself and just sort of like being self-satisfied. Ah, yes. I wouldn't have expected a fine vintage in a village like this, but you did quite well, bartender.
I'll just stay
Sikes,
there listening.
Any notes on Paxley Not's voice?
Don's voice, sniveling. He's a piece of shit.
Oh, this is fine wine. Good note.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yep.
It's fine. Delicious. This Manhattan actually is delicious. If I do
We
say
got
so
one.
myself.
Watermelon margaritas, third place melon margaritas.
Is it a third? Oh, it's a third.
Started with best.
Dude, I really, honestly, we need to just like cut up more fresh fruit for our margaritas because like it really does actually
Tastes
help.
good.
Yeah, it really does. All right, what do you guys want to do? Savannah, you're concealed entirely from everybody inside the bar. Actually,
I'm gonna try and listen. Like if anybody goes near that side of the bar, I just want to try and eavesdrop so I can.
Savannah, even with a 19 stealth, this gentleman right here, who's sitting over, looks over the hem of his book and makes eye contact with you.
I'm gonna. Does he get up or move?
No, he just sort of does this and then just goes back to his book.
I'm just gonna go. Like you didn't see anything. Like I acknowledge you saw me, but you didn't see me.
He doesn't say anything, but he clearly did see you.
Okay.
Yeah, Liv, what are you doing as you enter the bar? Oh my god, I love the cats. The cats are the best.
Sorry, I was muted. Are these people in the rooms or are they out?
Sorry,
everybody?
yeah. Inquisitor Applebottom is in a room, and then you have commoners inhabiting 2 of the rooms.
Then I'm gonna follow Sniff up to the bar because I don't know anybody. Good sir,
Hello.
give me your favorite.
My favorite, or and Jalice Silvermane's gonna look at you as like, my favorite, or you want my favorite?
Sure.
Excellent.
I'll try anything once.
He's gonna pull out. He's like, you've been warned, and he's gonna pull out a grapefruit, and he's gonna start chopping grapefruits, and he's going to pull out a dusty bottle under the bar. He's like, if you don't mind, a tree for that.
I can't remember if we got the money from or if we split up the money. I'm assuming we each have some.
Yeah, we'd split it up.
Yeah, I think we split.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sniff can, of course, pull it out of his bag if he
Yeah.
wants.
Yeah, I'll just be like, you got change.
You pull out a heart, and he's like, "Oh, yeah." And he's gonna plop down a silver coin with a tree on it, slide it over, and he's gonna slide over 9 and take the gold off you.
Okay.
So you now have 9 silver. And again, it appears that gold hearts and silver trees seems to be the currency. You do not know what the copper are.
We're working on it.
Mm-hmm. Is everyone having a good summer ween?
Sorry, let me do this. Let me do this. Oh, Summerween. What a quaint holiday. The Paxley nod at the end of the bar says as he turns towards you. What a sad holiday for a sad village.
And that's the jowly guy talking, Applebottom?
No, Applebottom's in the other room. This is the dude that Sikes knows right here.
Oh.
Sorry, you don't know that, but you know. How about this? Let me describe him differently in depth. He's in fine leathers, so it is leather armor, but it's definitely glamorous leather armor. And he has a bow strapped around his back with a quiver down by his side. And he leaves the bow, and it's everything about him is just like slightly jaunty. He's wearing a hat with a feather in it, and he has very, very defined elven ears. So he is an elf, but to your eyes, Liv, he is an insanely young elf. And he's just sort of jauntily have one foot over the other in fine leather boots, sitting there at the end of the bar, sipping a glass of wine, looking on the world as if everything is beneath him.
Is there a seat next to him?
No, it's currently Sniff is next to him at the bar, unfortunately. The bar seems to be full up. Lottie's in the corner. You could probably ask Lottie to move if you wanted to and take the bar seat. She'd be happy to.
I can also move out of your way if you just like kind of give me a tap on the shoulder.
I'll just kind of put my hand down and like tap my fingers on your shell.
Yeah, I'll move out of your way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me know where you want to go.
And I'll
Sniff.
lean into him and just whisper, "I totally agree. But you have to play along every now and then, right? I mean, the fun is in watching everyone else make a fool of themselves."
That's a very, that's a very grandmotherly thing to say. I appreciate that in a elf of a certain age.
Oh, honey, even I don't know my age. Just kind of
I understand. I aspire to be that age one day. Especially now that, make a deception check. Well, actually, don't make a deception check. He's like, especially now that, who knows how long we go on, if you know what I mean. One can say that you die, and is there a life beyond this, even for the long-lived and the ancient races? They allow the young races to go on to their next life, and I can only imagine that it's valuable for humans who die so quickly to skip on to life, to life, to life. Who knows how long they go on for? Maybe we don't outlive them.
Liv is just really confused. I'm sorry, what?
Oh, yes. Are you okay, ma'am? Do I need to call somebody for you?
My hearing sometimes isn't great. What do you mean?
I understand. Should I call the sheriff? I'm sure the pastor can take people in. It's completely okay.
Liv will just literally turn around on him. Those
Sikes.
young whippersnappers.
Sikes, you have entered the bar.
I
You see
look
the
over
back
the bar.
You see the back of Paxley Knott.
Oh, I know what his back of his head looks like. I've aimed my sights at it enough. Paxley Knott, you chicken-hearted cur! How dare you grace my presence, you piece of literal garbage! So beneath me, I'm gonna go up to him.
He turns around
When
and
Liv
plays.
hears Sikes like screaming like that, she's just gonna whip around and grab the dude by the wrist and kind of keep him seated,
All right,
like casually.
Yeah. Casually, you're trying to do a grapple. So go ahead and roll me
Yeah.
an athletics check versus his.
Probably not gonna be great. She's old.
You got this.
Okay.
That's a 17.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Nice.
Closing to his.
That's all of her strength, man.
I'm
Every last little bone.
I'm
I
gonna
know.
pre-warn you. These guys are pretty tough. So he
I'm
needs to
gonna say
make
what
a
I need to
strength or
say.
dex check. He's gonna try to rip his hand out of yours. 14, he will fail. So you have him pinned.
I'm a dead eye. I'm just one of these.
Yeah, you grab
Let's go.
his. He reaches for his bow, and you grab his hand, and you have them in place as Sikes comes up to him.
You had to do it, huh? You couldn't just live in obscurity like everyone wanted you to. You had to come for the top. You had to come for me. This is all because of that Heights incident, isn't it?
Oh.
Ever since that Heights incident, you've been gunning for me. I knew it.
Honey, you think I'm gunning for you? Oh, I was always better than you, Sikes.
Never. Not a day in your life.
Your human eyesight could never hope to match the priority and effectiveness of an elven.
Elven
So
accuracy, all
I
this bullshit.
understand
Yes, I've heard
you
this
have a
spiel.
whole feat in the D&D Beyond were simply better than you. And I'm so sorry that you just feel this underlying urge. I'm sorry I had to take care of it. It was such a problem.
You are sorry, Paxley. The worst kind of elf. A backstabbing, no good, lint licking, refrigerator dumping piece of shit.
It's amazing to me that you've come here, and I suppose I technically sent you here. Did you actually? This is a good question. Did you go anywhere in between here and where I sent you?
I'm not answering a fucking thing you just asked me, you piece of shit.
Well, was it worth a try? I'll say this though. You've obviously come here like I have, so it means you, well, know that I met my end as well. Isn't there any way that you could see past all of this?
What? No!
No,
Are
clearly
you serious?
No, clearly
You shot me in the back of the head and then want forgiveness?
I-
Paxley, I couldn't. I didn't think you could go lower.
He looks over at Jallister and he says, clearly I didn't shoot this man in the back of the head. And he turns back and she's like, quiet. You're an Outlander. How
Don't-
could I have
don't-
shot you in the back of the head?
You were never better than me. You were never better than me. You're still not better than me. Don't ever talk to me again.
Am infinitely better than you and will always be better than you. And the fact that you have come here is evidence thus.
I mean, I'm gonna yell to the other stargazers. Be wary of your friend. He boasts a lot about shitty aim. I'll walk away.
The music stops and Lottie looks up at you.
Yeah, I said it.
The gentleman at the other end closes his book and lays it on the table and sits there, crosses his hands, that's in the suit, and looks at you.
Mm-hmm.
Liv is gonna let go. She doesn't want to be seen holding him while everyone's staring.
Just gonna casually sip my rum.
He's gonna turn around. Silver hasn't entered the bar, correct? Nope. So Lottie's gonna look over at you and be like, I feel like we could... Sorry. Silver, any notes on Lottie's voice?
It's kind of bubbly. It's probably the best way to describe it.
Good, yeah, we're on the same page. Okay. I think it's best that you let go of my friend, ma'am. I would hate for anything to happen, and we're having such a lovely evening. We might as well continue to do so. People that disagree with each other can sit on either end of the bar, and we can continue to enjoy the music.
Fair enough.
Is she talking at me or Sikes?
She seems to be eyeballing everybody, and she's just kind of doing a sweep. So, it's definitely directed at you.
I'm gonna say fair enough. I meant only to say what I needed to say.
I have the feeling... Sorry, let me just do... I have the feeling that you need to say more than that, bud. But unfortunately tonight, it's dark out there, and there being going to be a creature crawl and all sorts of other creatures that are going to come out to kill people. So, unfortunately, I need you to just calm down. And most likely, that gentleman over there will die when we try to go kill the Summerween slasher.
We can only hope.
Well, we'll see.
You
We
guys
have
are going
our-
after the Summerlin slasher tonight?
We're an adventuring group. That's what we do. And there's a 500 gold reward for her, so we'll see what we can do.
Best of luck.
I think at this point, like, Silver has like tried to straighten his shirt. He's tried to straighten his hair. Not look like he hasn't slept in like 500 years.
Exactly.
And is gonna try his best to walk calmly through the front door.
All right, I'm just gonna make you make a charisma check because,
Sure.
and I don't mean this mean, but like based on the
No.
statements you just made, you need to make
No,
a
no,
charisma
no.
check.
No, this is great. This is great. That's a 7.
Yeah, I mean, you kind of like, "Blah!" And then like maybe trip a little bit and come back up, and you're like, oh, hey, how are you doing? I don't. Oh my God, that's my headphones. Hold on, I can't hear any of you. There we go. Yeah. So yeah, you're like, you're like literally, you just fall. You essentially just like fall into the bar, almost fall on your face, pick yourself up, and you're like, yeah. And Lonnie's gonna look straight across the bar on you and be like, oh, hello, Silver.
Hello. Hello.
Hello.
I said that.
You did say
Um,
that.
Has the music continued?
She'll literally sit down her lute, cast a spell on it, and it'll start playing by itself. And then she's gonna walk over towards you. She's gonna make eye contact with Sikes and nestle down to you, Sikes. And she's an attractive, like, auburn-haired woman, and she's gonna be like, I would very much appreciate it if you would not kill my companion until I come back.
He doesn't kill you first.
I understand your concern, and I appreciate your concern for my well-being. I will take that on board. But for now, I would ask that you keep peace in this bar while I talk to Silver.
Hey, you know Silver?
I do.
Oh, okay.
From apparently a past life, which I'm assuming you've had one as well.
No, I'm a local here. Never got
Sure
it
you
before.
are. Actually, make deception. You can decept that.
Got it. Thanks. I got 21 total.
She's gonna look at you and be like, oh, I suppose you are from Farrington. She'll lean up. I apologize for my inconsistency. She'll walk away towards Silver. And this dude is gonna come over to the far side of the bar, past you, walk past Lottie, and be like, "Ooh, excuse me." And he's gonna come over here. He's gonna come up to the far side of the bar and live. Silver, you're in the middle of the bar with Lottie. What do you want to say?
He's gonna like stammer for a moment. I don't know how you always do this to me. What are you doing here?
Do you not? I think you do know. Strapping, pale gentlemen and such as yourself.
Perhaps once. What are you doing here?
Once. I feel like it's interesting to me. The fascination. You say you are not among the living, and yet, as I look here, you seem to be reacting to me. She slaps you on the side, and she's like, I'm sorry. It is inevitably too easy to tease you.
as well as expected, I suppose.
Considering that you've crossed the veil for, I believe, a second time?
More than that. Most
Agreed.
assuredly.
Ironically, you have me in a position where this is my first foray beyond death, and yet you have come many a times before. Do you have any advice for me?
You went through Barovia. There is nothing that you didn't learn there that won't help you here.
Well, then allow me to give you the opposite advice. The nice thing about Barovia is that the Devil Strahd gave himself away. He didn't particularly care. The beasts here are many and far between. And the ongoings, there are forces that work in opposite direction all over the place. You have to choose a side in Revn. It is a little bit more complicated. I would give you that as advice, and be careful about who you give your friendship to. People change here, just like Barovia. But I'd say that, dare I say, the changes here could be more dangerous for the soul.
I have heard, what is your part in all of this?
I am a warrior of the Stargazers, which is a mercenary group. I might be able to get you an introduction if you were to head to Necropolia.
I will be headed in that direction.
Well, if you stop by, you can head to the guild house there, and she's going to take out that, and she's going to bring out a bronze challenge coin, which has a 6-pointed star on it, and she's going to give it to you. Give this to them there, and they may consider you as an entrant for the Stargazers. I'll have you know that the guild is entirely made of the Outland. Sorry, she's going to look around and then quietly say, the Outlanders such as us. Those that can go on adventures and die and come back. They do a good job. The mental wellness is important to the survival here in Revn, so they do a good job of providing at their headquarters for individuals to try to keep them alive as long as possible while they do adventures. But I'd say in exact contrast to that, the adventurers are far more dangerous.
I agree on that front, most certainly.
You will have to see. It's good to see you. And she's going to uncomfortably get into your personal space and put a hand on your chest. And she's just kind of enjoying teasing you to some extent. Like, you don't think she's interested in you? Sorry, actually, make me insight check for all this.
Sure.
Yeah, I need to insight this more.
That's a 23.
Yeah, she's teasing you. She's having fun teasing you, and she's enjoying the shit out of it. She's kind of just like puts a hand down your chest, and she's like, do you feel that?
Acutely.
Not dead yet. Smacks you on the chest, and she's gonna head back towards her playing lute, herself playing lute in the corner, and pick it up and begin to play it herself. This gentleman is gonna come over and pop over the side of the bar and sit down and be like, barkeep, whatever you got in the way of whiskey on this end of the Revn. He's gonna pick himself up a glass and he's gonna come over. And Savannah, you're hiding over the crates right there. And he's gonna sit his hand over the top of the bar and start making thieves' cant at you to talk to you. I believe you understand.
I do.
Mm-hmm.
What does he say to me?
Really? A first floor window?
He can see me?
Clearly.
Okay, so I can thieves camp back at him then?
Correct.
It was the easiest option. I didn't know a fellow thief would be in the bar with me.
He's gonna sign Outlander, I presume.
What would make you say that?
Being as every other person that's coming to bar, and he's gonna say that doesn't fit into this town has clearly been an Outlander coming in from some new source, which would suggest that the random rogue that seems to come in at the first floor is a Outlander.
Cannot confirm or deny.
Which essentially confirms.
What are you doing here, sir?
I'm a member of the Stargazers. And other organizations.
How does one become a member of the Stargazers?
You would require a challenge coin.
How does one acquire a challenge coin?
By impressing a Stargazer.
I overheard that you guys are hoping to defeat the Summerwing Slasher.
This evening, indeed.
That shall be interesting to watch. Can I hop back out the window?
If you feel the need to help, let me know.
If you need the help, let me know.
You could always impress a Stargazer.
I will keep that in mind. And I want to dip back out the window.
He flips you the bird as you go. Which is, thieves can't and not thieves can at the same time.
I return the gesture.
He chuckles at the bar as somebody hands him a scotch, and he heads back over to the corner to read. Is anything anyone else wants to do? Alpha, you've been uncharacteristically quiet.
I'd like to prepare a glass next to where I'm standing, and just kind of wait for Paxley to walk by.
Yeah, after a while, Paxley will walk by. What are you doing?
Sniff?
As he's like walking by.
We can't hear you, Jess.
I can't hear you. You gotta turn on.
Like, just as he's starting to get up, I kind of want to like move towards where he was sitting and bump him with my shell
Yeah, go ahead.
to cause him to like. I just kind of want to knock him off balance.
Yeah.
I'll catch him as he falls. And does he have long sleeves?
First off, roll me athletics on the part of Sniff to knock him off balance.
Okay.
I got a 6 + 4, 10.
Oh no!
Let's see what his contested athletics is as an archer. It's not great. I guess he can dex, actually. Yeah, he's gonna be fine. He's gonna slip around you and be like, "Excuse you," but he's gonna back up to you and kind of knock into you, Alpha.
Does he have long sleeves?
Yeah.
Okay, what part of him is exposed?
His hands, top of his neck. He's got like a broad brim shirt that's got like in the neck up here. I suppose his sleeves are probably rolled up.
Okay, if his sleeves are rolled up, I'm gonna kind of like brace him as he bumps into me, and using my sharp nails, prick him in the weenus.
And like his arm?
Well, the part that doesn't feel any pain.
Oh, okay, yeah, sure, yeah. Make me a sleight of hand.
You can touch someone's weenus without them noticing if you're sly enough. Like in real life, it's possible.
That's like so elementary school. I love you guys.
It's just amazing. But like, still sleight of hand
shot.
to accurately hit the weenus, which is
That's
not
true.
a thing. I don't know what like elementary school I went
Oh,
to.
no.
God. Yeah.
I used my inspiration for that. Will you allow it?
I'll let you get away with it on a 10 because I've never heard of a weenus before, to be honest with you.
All right, I will take Okay, I mean, you said it. You said you allowed it.
I
take
had to
the
move
school.
elementary schools because I got beat up with a crowbar. Let's
Oh
we
my
went to
God.
different places.
Shit.
Let's go. Oh my God, let's go. Let's keep going.
All right. You did say you allowed
Actually,
it. So
that's a straight up lie. I got hit by a piece of rebar, and then I took the rebar off the kid, hit him really bad with it, and then I had to move to elementary school. So I was the violent aggressor in that action. Anyways, continue. This is so dark. Let's move on for this, please. Like, let's pretend this didn't happen.
This makes sense.
But, man.
all right.
Jack's
What
so-
backstory.
makes sense, Edge? What the fuck? I didn't take shit as a kid. Let's go.
It's good.
I'll take
Alpha,
the
please
several.
move me on
I'll
from
take-
this misery.
I'll take the several drops of blood that I gathered from the weenus, and I'm putting it in the cup that I stored next to me, and I'll let him go on his merry way.
You got Weenus blood.
This wood!
We just blood in the cup.
I had not even remotely thought about this.
This is
Forcing a
like
save
a
point.
weekly occurrence that I just shocked Jack.
I love it. Good job, Alpha.
I genuinely had not thought about this.
Weenus blood.
Okay.
blood.
I'd like to
Hashtag.
continue to the bar, sit next to Sikes, slam the glass down, slide it over, and say, when seeking revenge, they say dig 2 holes, but if you find a well, that's good enough.
Oh. Wait, Alpha, you madman. I love it.
This is the darkest shit
Not
I
wolf.
can pot.
Let's move on to a lighter topic, he says.
I just want to lean over both of them and just be like, I think we should take a trip.
Yes. Probably tonight.
Liv just like cheers you guys as she hears from across the bar, just lifts her glass.
We should
She's
go
having a ball.
before certain
I got
events
nothing.
arise.
I got
Yes.
nothing. How to get out of it? Like, I got nothing. Like, this is. I allowed it to happen. I allowed you to steal his blood. I didn't even fucking think about this.
We have a viewer that was like, thought the stream froze there for a sec, but it was just Jack's face.
I'm getting better at it, guys.
I gotta go pee. Y'all discuss your plans. Oh my god.
Okay,
yes.
I think we need to leave as soon as possible.
Yes.
Yeah, I feel the tension here.
Like, I don't even care if that chick is outside right now. We just fucking haul ass.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's still got to be like daytime-ish, right?
Yeah.
I mean, we came in at like the
Yeah.
crack of dawn.
Like,
Right.
I will
Sorry.
use my
we
licorice
send-
root to get there.
Should we just send like 1 party member or 2 party members to go do that?
We should definitely not split up.
Yeah,
split
I
up?
think
Okay.
I think we've overstayed our welcome.
Gotcha.
Like, we can either go as a group or split up into 2 parties, but no one should go alone.
Oh no, I agree. 'Cause,
Yes.
I can let you guys know when you meet up with me that there's a chance to join the Stargazers if we're able to impress them enough. to
Fucking
control the
crazy.
summer
What the
winds.
fuck? Okay.
Ooh, we got a great way to impress one of them.
Okay.
Oh yeah, especially the one that doesn't particularly care for him.
Okay. So, anyways, are y'all headed out of town? Where are you going? What are you doing? Tell me. Explain what you're doing.
I feel like we're gonna meet outside the bar and talk, right?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
we're not gonna discuss our plan in front of everyone.
It's not midnight yet, is it?
Yeah,
It shouldn't be
roughly
too
what
late.
time is it?
Not yet. It's maybe like
Okay.
maybe like 10 o'clock.
Okay, sweet. Yeah, so we go outside.
Whole day.
Okay.
Sorry, actually,
10 a.m. or
actually, that's right. It's 10 o'clock in the a.m. So you've
Yeah.
had
Got
like a couple
plenty of
hours. So
time.
you got a whole day until they're in that. They're just hanging out in the bar.
Oh, when we come around the corner, there's like a hooded. When I'm like coming around the corner, is that hooded figure in the street?
No, not yet. Obviously, sorry.
Oh, okay. I was worried.
No. Yeah, don't be murdered, Savannah. That
'Cause I'm
horse
like-
is that horse is no longer there either.
Okay.
So we're outside.
And Savannah ducked out before that happened,
I
right?
did. Yes.
Yeah. I'll just motion. I see you like coming around the side. I'll like motion you with my finger to come over here.
Yeah.
Is Silver
I figured
coming
we
out?
would-
Did people tell Silver?
I feel like we grabbed everyone. Like we're
Oh.
we're all leaving.
Everybody's grabbing, so the group is
I
leaving
feel-
together.
I feel like we just say like we need to talk for a second.
All right.
So as y'all come out, Sikes is holding this bottle and just like, Alpha, you just made everything so much better.
You dirty rascals.
Look at you.
Oh my goodness.
Everybody, are you going to explain to everybody else what's happening?
I'll let Alpha do it. He's the mastermind.
The weenus blood.
Yeah.
You know that Stargazer that people weren't very fond of, especially Sikes? I managed to get a couple drops of his blood, just so that we could take revenge if we feel inclined.
And we do.
Ah. Okay. I know that if we want to join the Stargazers, we have to impress them. So we have to get a challenge coin from one of them. Possibly something that would respawn with his body we could take from him? I don't know. Possible.
Is our intent to join the Stargazers?
Y'all know that bodies don't respawn goods, right? Like every
Oh,
time you
true.
guys have died, all your goods have been left on your body.
That's true.
I feel like being a stargazer would give us a few allies, maybe a reputation.
We also know that they are planning to try and fight the Summerween Slasher tonight, and
And they plan
that's
to
a
use-
possible way to impress them / possible opportunity for Mr. Paxley to die.
Shall we go there first?
you should
Are
get
we
the
trying to
blood-
kill them?
Into the well before he dies, so that
Yes.
when he respawns, right?
Yeah.
Do you mean this coin and silver will produce a bronze challenge coin?
Oh shit. Yeah, that's the one.
Nice.
And he'll
Are you
put
part
it
of
back.
the Stargazers?
No.
Silver?
What?
Where
How'd
does
you
this
get
come from?
The bard and I have a history.
it? Good or bad?
More details?
Gee.
Magic,
No.
friends, co-workers, neighbors.
Suit yourself.
Does one challenge coin equal one entrance or one group of entrance?
She did not say.
So we have at least one.
Yeah, so it couldn't hurt to get more.
I still know that there could be a possible timeline of his death being tonight, so if we wish
Yes.
to help Sikes, we may want to hurry.
I feel like they're professional Outlanders. They could try and reset a spawn point just before the fight.
Oh, that is a great observation.
Oh, yes.
Shall we watch them and wait till they go into the castle?
Well, are they fighting the
They're fighting
slasher
Summer
here?
Slasher here, most
Seems
likely.
They
like it.
may not know about the slasher's history with the castle top monster.
But they also might.
But we don't know.
Yeah.
I can give a canine to someone that wants to go to the well and then communicate with you if they do set a spawn point to then empty the contents.
As soon as their new spot is set, he won't want to set it again because he'll have thought he's safe, and then we'll reset him.
Well, we have
Yeah.
we have the blood, so we can always
I-
write that.
Yeah,
I thought
that's a good
that
idea.
the priest mentioned though that if you empty the reliquary, it just respawns. Like they're still able to respawn there,
Yes, but we have
even if the
blood
water's
that we put
changed.
somewhere else.
Yeah, I think it's just like
If you, yeah,
last
the most recent blood into holy water is where you spawn. So I think
So
the
we would
plan
have
is
to know when he was in
Yeah.
danger and place it before that. But
Correct.
after we placed
So
it.
we have to wait for him to set a spawn point if they set one before they decide to fight, and then replace it.
So let's just do this. Are you guys planning to go to? Alpha's gonna stay in town and watch them, and there's gonna be Group Alpha, and the other group's going out to the well to place his blood at the right moment by taking his tooth.
Yeah.
I mean, is the well
Not-
within 10 miles of town?
Yeah. Can we get there?
You
in like
guys
2
can
hours?
you guys can get there before tonight. easily.
Deal.
Yeah.
All right, yeah. I'll go
I'm
with
all for
like,
this.
So what's the group split, and is everybody agreeing to this?
I don't know
I'm
if
down.
the well is the best spot. I mean,
We
we
can all-
carry a blessed water skin. We could make him appear much closer to us without having to travel and.
True. We can jerry-rig our own sort of mechanism
Yeah.
to serve the same purpose.
Would be naked too.
he would not have any of his stuff.
But here's the issue that you guys are not thinking: how much is his sanity? If you kill him, where does he respawn? If you put his blood in a water skin and he spawns there, does he then respawn to the same now empty water skin?
Well, we're gonna put the water skin into the well. That'll make his spawn point there. So,
Cool.
Oh, so you do want it to be in the well.
well, or a place that he can do for serve the same purpose, like closer.
Yeah, where he can just constantly spawn there.
Yeah, and like he'll spawn there, die there, spawn there, and die there. I don't really know where that could be at. Now that I think about it.
But we prevented the well from imminent, like, repeating death. I
You could
remember-
Put the bar back.
reattach the grate.
Yeah, we just fix it.
I don't know if that's in our best interest.
Yeah, that's true.
True.
For everybody
just
new to
fix it and then
stream,
break it.
the well is a well where they kill Outlanders by putting their blood, and then it resummons the individual there, and then they can't get above the water line, and they suffocate and resummon over and over and over again until they lose all their sanity, and then they just float eternally in the bottom of the well.
If we can fix the well, we can break the well again.
Yeah. So, what do you guys think? Well, or can we do something else?
At what point do you want? Let me word this again. Do you want to kill him once and call it even, or how much suffering do you wish to impose on a man?
I mean, shoot. If I was a younger man, probably more suffering, but I guess I'll just do the one and done, since it's, that's what killed me and got me here. So if that's the case, let's just go to something really tall, hold the water skin above it, and then when he spawns into the water skin, he
Jesus.
falls. Then he dies again, and he spawns at his original spawn point, which could be anywhere. Like that could be like 4 days away.
You do not actually know where that original spawn point would be,
Yeah.
and if that is actually how it works, you do not know how that works. I'll say that.
True. Well, for us, it worked for the beach. So if he has no spawn point,
You've never had a situation where somebody's spawn point has been destroyed.
well, let's test that. What do you guys think?
Yeah,
we
sure.
can test it with
Yeah,
him
no,
too
no,
as well. That's a good idea.
Yeah, for
Because-
some
Always
we
for
have
a
to-
good
Fine.
revenge, but this seems dark.
And then it'd
Because
be a
you are
black
doing
event.
this once, I don't see the harm in it, and we can do our own scientific experimentations, perhaps.
All right.
God damn!
I'll
I
just
expected
stare at Silver.
to be the voice of reason here. We're fucked. Let's go on. Come on, let's murder her, guys.
He's only saying once is fine, after that, no more.
But you're potentially ruining his spawn point forever.
Oh,
You don't
boo-hoo.
know that. It could be
He'll make it back
death.
to his
And you gave
original.
me shit about a werewolf.
Ooh.
Liv, you said you try something once.
Yeah, but this is possibly more than once.
It's not our
This is
problem.
the best, guys. This is my. I didn't expect Alpha to fucking like neg an Outlander, and now I'm like, this is amazing. This is everything.
I'll be honest, guys. I thought you were gonna respawn him somewhere so that you could have maybe a conversation, get some closure.
Oh,
This seems
closure's
slightly
the best.
childish to forever kill someone.
Well, it won't be
No,
forever.
it's
Kel.
not a forever.
We don't know that. Yeah.
It could be.
But I'm willing to take that chance, Liv.
I mean, we should know how the system works. Because we
I
might
mean,
die.
I agree with that.
This is to figure
It's-
out if we can respawn multiple times at a.
I mean, you just may never get the answer to your question. You don't know
Not-
if he's spawned all the way back in Necropolia, or if he comes back, or he doesn't come back.
Regardless, it'll be far away.
It's not often that you get to meet your own killer.
Does that strike a chord with you, Silver?
True.
Oh.
Seems awfully personal.
I mean, if I could kill the man that killed me, I'd kill him.
Yeah, same.
I
That's what we're trying
I
to do.
applaud the ethical morality, and I'm so glad I showed you the well to like show how bad this could be. And I love how like you are all like you want to go there, but like even you guys are like, no, we can't torture a dude to death until like this is so great. Let's make a decision, and I'll let you get away with it tonight, and then that's how we'll end the night. So, what do you want to do with Paxley?
Okay. So
I
let's-
say
Promise
we
something
put him in
tall?
the well. Since it's open, right? It's not gonna forever kill him. He comes out of the well, right?
push
Yeah,
him
there's a
back.
rope and everything.
You just give him a good one shot to the head, and then be like, all right, go get your shit.
Yeah, we'll leave the rope and then we'll walk off. So let him fend for himself out of there.
That seems
No,
fair.
just me. Okay.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's fair.
Sounds good to
No,
me.
that seems fair.
We'll see if the rope actually works as well.
Ooh,
There you go.
more
That's a good
testing.
point.
I just for here for the science.
Okay, yeah. So then we start walking off to the well,
Yep.
and
We're
Alpha.
going as a full.
I'll stay in town and watch them.
And then Silver will turn to Liv, and the well was going to be my suggestion, not from a tall building. And as for details, let's just say that Friar took the oath against physical temptations, and I did not.
God damn. All right, so you guys are able to travel back over the course of the day with Alpha's tooth so you can communicate with him. So you're able to go all the way back to the well area and easily come upon it.
Right.
I guess we're waiting for Alpha's signal.
Yeah.
Alpha, after a while, it's going to take them more than a couple hours. Everybody's going to leave town. Alpha, you're outside. Where are you posting up?
Can I stay in the lodge?
Easily,
I want
Liv,
to stay
yeah.
in town with Alpha.
Alpha and Liv will stay in town and chill out.
Yeah, either in here or, I mean, I guess we need to observe them, so we can't be too far. I was thinking like church maybe for a while, but that's okay. Here's fine. We'll just be in the corner.
You're gonna miss the ceremony, Liv. You gotta go to church.
Oh yeah, at some point
Oh,
during
yeah.
the day, I feel like this didn't take all day. I went to the
Friar.
priest's ceremony to
Yeah,
support
yeah,
him.
Yeah.
You're going to come in and see the
Support.
priest.
I feel like that was the morning though, right? It was a morning ceremony.
Yeah, you're able to make it. It's like 10. It's like 11 o'clock worship service, and he's gonna have like a 5 o'clock late service too. He's like one of those priests that has like multiple worship services the day. So and the village isn't large. It's like less than 1,000 people. So like the church is only half filled at both services. And then by the end of it, he's like, yeah, it's very concerning. How much attention is Liv paying to the service?
I mean, she doesn't have anything else to do. I feel like she would kind of pay attention. She'd hear it.
Yeah, he talks about the value of loving your neighbor and about building a better world and how the world that they've created is broken and how they need to make sacrifices to make a better one. And it's all about sacrificing in the name of the love of the people that will come after you.
Does
It's
he go
about
into
love.
specifics on what kind of sacrifice?
Super vague.
Generic.
Super vague. You think that this may be a watered down version of what you'll see in Necropolia. It seems to focus on love versus like maybe some of the more sacrificial elements of what the rhetoric is intoning. All right. After a while, Alpha, you're gonna see the group head outside. They know where she's genuinely gonna appear, so they're gonna kind of like you're gonna see Lottie and Mr. Glass and everybody else head out and kind of be prepared for where she appears. Are you gonna watch
Did we
through the
see
window?
Was Lottie a female?
Lottie's a female, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll watch through the window.
After a while, you'll see that the same woman you saw on the previous night will appear at the lamppost, and she appears to be sitting there singing her song.
Do they look like they're gonna bleed into a well or something?
No, they didn't do anything. They're gonna attack her.
Okay. So they probably prepared earlier.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna go into my. Well, I guess I don't have to go into a trance for this. It's just a telepathic message.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll tell Sikes, have at it.
Ooh, yeah. Take the water skin off. Dump the blood in immediately.
Okay. Yeah, so the blood's dumped, and I don't want to go into too much detail because I want to get on with this night. But let's just go ahead and go here. You're gonna see all three of them fight this creature, and it's not gonna go well for them. This creature cannot be damaged, it appears like. But let's go. I'm gonna go ahead and give the levels of the characters that are involved, because you're gonna be able to do that. So Alpha, give me an investigation roll to just give me a perception roll to see how tough they are, if you want to know.
16.
So I'm just going to give you character levels with a 16. Lottie is about a level 6 character. Mr. Glass, who's the one that talked to Savannah, is about a level 9 character. And Paxley Knott is about a level 3 character, which is to suggest that they are 3 characters far above your levels, and they failed to do any damage for her. She's going to, first off, kill Paxley Knott, and he's going to appear in the well, and we'll deal with that in a minute. But in the meantime, Lottie is almost going to die and rush back into the bar, and she doesn't seem interested in that, and she's going to attempt to kill Mr. Glass, who's going to use a teleport spell to escape.
Can I ask Sikes just before he appears in the well, should we have weapons ready, or do you just want to take care of it all?
Oh yeah, you guys can shoot them all you want.
Oh, yeah, so we'll all ready actions to kill
I
him.
just give my little pistol flip and then aim it at the well.
Alpha, Lottie barges back into the bar, bloody and sliced up from a hand razor, and she's going to come over and almost faint on the rug right there. The Knight of the Heart Tree is going to stand by and not do anything.
Good man.
And move the rug out of the way.
He'll
I
kind of
don't.
come over and lay on hands on Lottie and just start to heal her. But he's not going to go out in the street and attack the lady.
Yeah, can I move her away from the rug?
Easily. You're able to get the rug over. Save the rug. It's a lovely bear rug.
In the rug. What happens to Paxley Knott out there?
He's dead. He died in the street. And you're going to see he's going to appear in the well.
Let's go.
And we're going to attack him instantly as soon as he appears.
Exactly.
All right. Sikes and Savannah are going to attack him. He is
And
a
Sniff.
character.
And Sniff.
Yep.
And Sniff. So without his studded leather armor, he's going to not get his dex +4 added. So he's going to be a 10 armor class in the water floating there. So go ahead and roll me. I assume you have prepared attacks, so roll me simultaneous attacks. Hit.
Thank God.
10 plus 4, 14.
7 damage. Oh, 12.
18 plus 5, 23.
All of those hit. I'm seeing the damage being here is 5 force. Roll me damage, Sniff and Savannah.
Oh, let's fucking go. That's
Ooh, only
10
a
plus
4.
2, 12 damage.
7.
12, 5. So we are. Sorry, let me just. All right, so 12, 5, and then 7 for Savannah. Okay. So, and then Chesh is a 20. You're going to attack 2 Chesh? 26 to hit?
No.
No, I was
Because
adding up
Sikes hit
everybody's
with a-
damage.
Oh, okay, cool.
Sikes hit with a
Silver
Yeah.
didn't want to be here.
He's not
He
bloodied.
would have rather have been at the bar.
He's not
bloody.
He's not bloodied, but he's going to try to emerge out of the water. He's going to attempt, it's going to be his turn. He's going to attempt to attack. He's just going to make a attack just randomly at Sikes. And
bring it on.
he's going to be a fist, which would be a strength. 6, it won't hit. So
Yeah, look at you struggle down there. How's your Elven accuracy?
everybody else roll your
Taunt him.
attacks.
Yeah. Gladly.
Oh no.
15 to hit.
A 7 to hit.
Savannah will miss.
I'm sorry.
Hit.
13 plus 4, 17.
Literally, you watch as Tanner and Sniff hold their hands over.
7.
You see Sniff's gun trigger, bang, and blows like the water back as like he's backed them to the water, and you're gonna see. So that's 12 damage, and the genie's rest is so 14 damage, right?
Correct.
14 damage for Tanner, and then it's I believe 7 damage for that. So he is bloodied, and as you blow him back into the water, and he's gonna hold his hands, he's like, please stop. And he's gonna use his turn to do that. You can continue to attack on the next turn if you like.
I just look at Sikes.
Yeah, we'll follow Sykes' lead.
Yeah, Sikes is looking down and just laughing. Yeah, not till you pay your toll, bastard.
Shoots him again, or
Hit him again, yeah.
all right.
Seen the hit.
23 to hit.
Ow, guys.
11 to hit.
10. I mean, everything hits. So because he's got like 10 AC. So like,
Oh my
yeah.
gosh.
Chesh, you're watching them like literally like gangbang the water. Like it's bad. So Savannah's
I said that I
Oh,
didn't
it's
want to.
11.
That Silver didn't want to be here.
11 to hit, and
No,
then
11
so
to hit.
11 damage, yeah.
11 damage.
9 and
Yeah,
11, so
9 damage from the gun. And what was your damage, Tanner?
It was 10.
Which is the exact amount. That turn literally did the exact amount to kill him.
Nice. Yes.
I just let.
So I want
Sikes
to go
just
over
take
this.
The last hit.
I
Here's
think
the
as soon
thing.
as he dies, we just turn and walk away.
Throw the rope. Throw the rope and walk away.
So
Rope
literally,
was already in there.
I just want to say
What?
this. Here,
Yeah.
What an idiot.
let's just describe how this happens. Paxley Knot comes out of the water like, oh my god. Literally, right there, the thing, you see a magical ball of energy flow into Sikes' hand, and he blasts it down, and the water explodes everywhere. Sniff comes out with his pistol, cocks it back. He's got 4 in the chamber, and he fires off one, bloodying him. Savannah's, it being the most melee-based one, stabs into the well and just hits him, and you see her stab back, and he tries to swim around and come out, and then you literally see Sikes and Sniff come around together. Sikes and Sniff blow together, blowing out like shards of him and like taking chunks of shoulder and arm and ribs as it flies back, and he flies into the water, and he's hurt brutally, and like all you see is Sikes summon another ball of energy, and he's floating there helplessly. Savannah stabs down into his head. Sikes shoots the blood, Sniff cocks the hammer, fans the hammer, blowing holes in him, and then you see Sikes summon the ball of energy, lean over him and lean down, and then just shoot it straight down into his chest, exploding him out like a gut buster, and he floats down into the well. And as you lean
As
back,
soon as he dies, we just walk away.
Yes.
Because he's going to respawn, but we don't want to see it. We just want to walk away.
And he
after a
has
while,
to-
as you walk away, you hear a silent little cough and like a crying as you all walk away.
Is he still within 600 feet?
Yep. We don't walk that fast.
I would assume so.
Yeah, one last for good measure.
It hits. You
8
you
damage.
arc that shit in. 12 damage. Boom! The well explodes as the water climbs upwards. Sikes has made an enemy forever.
Hell yeah. Not looking back.
Yeah, walking.
Just saying. Thank you for watching the Pen and Paper Pod tonight as we helplessly murder somebody.
Yeah.
So for everyone here at the Pen and Paper Pod, and by extension the Tuscan Shed Media Network, if you want to see more helpless murder and torture, log in next week, because I did not expect this group to use their disadvantages to murder an Outlander. Fuck me.
Smart wolf.
From everyone here at the Pen and Paper Pod, and by extension the Tuscan Shed Media Network, thanks for listening.